Follow the Panthers on Twitter at SSPantherFB.
The handout coming near side, has room to the 20, jump full to the 16-yard line. Play action, back and back. That's a 5, touchdown! High ball, bobble, swat, and it looks like they're going to be a little bit of the back, and they will.
But sometimes I come out being nothing. I pray to God that He make me a better man. Maybe one day I'ma stand for something. I think that there's better in me. Always end up better in me. I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go. I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go.
Where is it? See him?
Is that him in the blue on there? Yeah, that's him.
Where?
25 across the way. That blue shirt, that's not him?
No. No, he's wearing coats. I told him to come up here and get new batteries. Huh? Oh, you did? New batteries in? Okay. Where is he?
Our exclusive pregame coverage of Smith Station football begins now with the countdown to kickoff. Now alongside Walter Norcott, here is the voice of the Smith Station Panthers, Bill Bailey.
And welcome back. We are live from Smith Station, Alabama, D.C. Britton Field at Panthers Stadium. The Blue Devils and the Panthers about to get underway here in just a couple of minutes as they get done the coin toss here. Of course, out for the Panthers as captains tonight, number 4, Amari Peabody, 55, Carson Thomas, 69, Cole Lucas, and number 99, Jamarius Moy. For Columbus, it was number 1, Brian Mansfield. Britt Jones is number 14, and 65, Dermon Richard. Your captains here tonight.
Tonight, I'm like you, Bill. I believe that Smiths try to pound it between the tackles. He gets something going early. Last week they started the game with a reverse. This week, or flanker around. This week I think they'll be a little conventional. Just try to run the ball, control the clock, and get out of here with victory.
Beautiful night it's turned into after the downpour, although I do kind of encompassing the left side of the end zone now.
I think that was the fog machine, Bill, for the Grand.
I don't know if that was left over or not, or if one of your old cars got stuck down there. Your old truck. You still got that old truck?
Yeah, I got that old truck, baby. Where are them ants going to live if I get rid of them?
I was going to say. I've never taken Benadryl before I had to go out on a car trip, but let's jot it down to Chris Tarno on Sideline real quick and get his quick report before the kickoff.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, good. Walt, I heard you say earlier, this field looks in good shape. This is going to be a muddy surf by the time the end of the game gets going. The field has drained pretty good for the downpour we got, but I'll tell you, it is soaked. So if y'all see my shoes and socks off down here and walking barefoot, you
appreciate it.
To kick this thing off and see if we can.
Appreciate it, Chris. Here the kickoff high in the air, going from right to left on your radio dial, and into the end zone it goes for the touchback. Yes, that was number 14, Bridger Jones, the strong leg. That went halfway into the end zone.
Yeah, I'd like to see him attempt a field goal, Bill. Guy's got a good leg on him.
75 degrees, humidity sitting at 86% right now. Winds up the east-southeast at 3 miles an hour as we get going. Panthers in the all-blacks tonight. Black tops, black bottoms. The black helms with the silver station emblem as they start out in the shotgun. Turn, passing on first down into the slot corner, the 30, to the 20, cut move 50, into the inside to the 40, down to the 35, the 30, and all the way down into Blue Devil territory at the 29-yard line is number 20 for the Panthers, Quentin, tackled by number 21, the Fidel Small Jr.
Well, he walked up, the same walked up, and the cornerback didn't rotate over to fill that empty void he left, and the seam was just wide open. Good pass, good catch, good run.
First down, 10 for the Panthers. They'll pitch it out to the left side, turning up to about the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. That time for the Panthers, Jermaine Brown.
Yeah, nice pickup that time, Bill. But you want on first down, 7 or 8 yards. We'll take that every first down.
Bring up third down in about 3 here. Going from left to right. It'll remain Brown, the running back. Greer back, just chucks it to the ground. He was under pressure. Threw it right at the feet of his lineman. As Columbus, lots of pressure inside. Number 16 was on the attack. Cameron Rutherford, a sophomore DN.
Well, that time, I don't think he was under that much pressure. He'd have stepped up into the pocket. He would have had some more time, but he could feel that outside pressure, and Ed dumped it at the feet of 24.
So it brings up second down and about 3 for the Panthers. 3 wide receivers set, twin to the right, 1 to the left, ball on the far hash in the pistol formation. They'll turn, they'll hand it off to the running back past the 20. Still along to about the 16-yard line before the whistle blows as Brown tackled a host of Blue Devils that time. But it looks like he will have enough for another first down for the Panthers.
Yeah, right on that defensive line for Columbus. Excuse me, they're just standing up on the snap of the ball, and when they do that, Smith Station linemen are just up under their pads and putting them on roller skates.
Jackson Greer gun again. Brown off his left hip this time. He'll turn, fire on the slant, and incomplete. Everyone looking for a flag was not called, as that one goes incomplete that time. They were looking on the far side for number 9, Devin Pierman. And it looked like initially that Spencer had quite a bit of jersey there.
Yeah, I think
around the collar.
Checking out that label to see what size he wore because he pulled it back where he could see it.
Second and 10 from the 16. Low snap picked up and off to Brown. He'll juke his way inside to about the 10 before he's right up there. He'll bring up third down in about 6 or so.
It was a big hole that time up front, but the linebacker closed pretty quick. First time we've seen him get to the ball. That was a good tackle, good open field tackle. Need to pick it up here. I would almost say you're in 4-down territory, wouldn't you, Bill?
Absolutely. Here's a pistol formation. Brown behind Greer on gun. H-back left. They hand it off. The ball is loose. Still loose. Greer trying to jump on it. Columbus was right there. They had a man on the spot, but it looks like Smith Station was able to recover. I thought for sure that Andrew Bentley, an outside linebacker, had first dibs to that football.
Bill, if you'll remember last week, that became a problem. The later it got in the game, the low snaps. And that time the low snap, because of miscommunication in the backfield, he hit the running back on the hip as he was going by. Ball hit the ground. Good effort for him to get and do a little root hogging and get the ball back.
85 to kick. Easton Renfro, a junior kicker, right-footed kicker. Held by Green. The kick is true, and the Panthers for the second. Jump left then. Boy, that looked like that was solid inside the left post.
Well, nobody on his sideline jumping up and down, so he must have missed.
Wow, I'm sorry. I thought that was, and the officials even kind of gave themselves a double take on that as well.
Yeah, they both looked at each other and said, "Did you see what I saw?" I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That must have just squeezed past. Well, here we go. Columbus with the football. 0-0 your score. J.P. Powell at the helm, going from right to left.
Smith is going to crowd the line. They got two linebackers walked up.
Handoff inside, twisting around and down at about the 324-yard line after a minimal pickup on first down for Columbus's number 3, Robert Edwards.
Well, tell you what, Bill, they did walk up a 7-man line, and they stepped across. Running back made a good turn, and when he did so, he almost broke that. They'll go back to a standard 3-man front.
Yeah, 4 wide receivers set, twins either side. This is their base formation. They'll turn, they'll fit the pass forward and flat near side. Caught at the 20, up at 25, and finally tackled close to the first down marker on the 29-yard line is Spencer.
Yeah, Marquise Collins made a nice open field tackle. That would have gone a long way. Nice little, almost like a little fullback wheel route. This will be 3rd and short.
3rd and about a foot from 29-yard line. They'll stay in that 4-man formation, or 4-wide-out formation. Powell on the gun, turns, fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper comes to side, throws on the run, the 35, hits a man, still way past the 40, and finally stepping out of bounds is Spencer. And look, it was his on the RPO, and he stopped and popped it right over the shoulder of a lineman into the hands of Spencer.
That's known as Nick Saban's worst nightmare. The guy running along at the last minute, he throws it, and you look up to see if there's any offensive lineman downfield. That time there wasn't any.
1st and 10 for the 41. Back pass, Powell fires it deep, high over everybody, incomplete. The 35-yard line is intended receivers Bridger Jones, a senior wideout.
Well, I think there was contact, but it was thrown so high, Bill, it wouldn't have been, so maybe that's why they didn't call it. Do you have the uncatchable rule in high school?
That's a good question.
I'm looking at our producer. He's busy getting a home mortgage for him and I.
7:45 to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 for the 41-yard line here for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils will hand it off on 2nd and long, and squirming through for maybe a couple is Robert Edwards. This will bring up 3rd down and long, though, for Columbus.
Tell you what, Columbus is getting off the ball pretty good. I thought maybe the quick RB line might negate. They got a couple of big guys, Bill, at the guard and tackle position on this near side.
Yeah, you got this man, 320 there. That right guard and the right tackle, he goes about 260 is Dermont Richard. So here we go with 3rd down and long. Columbus at their own 43-yard line. Everyone stepping up for the Panthers inside. No one deep. They're going to go play action. Turnpike cross in the flat. Contact was there. Nothing called at the 50. And incomplete. And now it's decision time here for the Blue Devils. And I think they'll go for it after Fidel Small Jr. came up shy of the football.
Oh, they're going to punt. They're going to come on late, but I'll tell you what, that was almost offensive pass interference. The receiver ran out the defender's back on that one, so I would have thought that it could have been a pass interference on the offense. Over in Auburn, Maddox Jones is throwing an 8-yard touchdown pass to Camden Etheridge, and the extra point was good, and Auburn High leads Opelika 7-0 right before the end of the first quarter.
Low snap, one hop to Bridger Jones. He turns, pops it up, and no steps. Kicks it all down to Brandon Green at the 21-yard line. It's got a side 25 to the 30. Dances way all the way up along the near sideline to about the 34-yard line. Great little run at the end of that for Green, but even better for Bridger Jones to get that punt way. He didn't even take a step.
So far, he's the star. Puts kickoff in the end zone. And really, I think I got his block, and Billy ran right past him. And like you said, he just pushed it up in the air, but it ended up traveling, what, 30 yards?
About 35, yeah, about 35 yards or so. We'll bring up 1st down and 10, 2nd possession of the night for Greer and company. Panthers back. They will hand it off on first down. Cut it off left side behind the left tackle at the 40. Still on his feet, and the pile will move to about the 43-yard line. Big pick at that time for the sophomore Quentin Brooks.
Yeah, good hard run that time. Bill kept those feet moving. They're tackling him up high, but they're not really putting shoulder into him. More like a little hugging going on instead of hitting.
Second down and about.
They got a tackle lined up in neutral.
Yeah, they do. And this near side, and they'll play. They'll step forward. And Browner should be off to the 45, out of bounds around the 43-yard line. There goes Quentin Brooks again, and almost like the same play on that left side.
But, you know, when you got a good thing going, they make you getting away from it. I think we'll have a heat timeout right here, Bill. Coach, they're going to sit up to the sideline for a heat timeout.
I don't know if we'd have a heat timeout here.
I think
Comfortable at 75.
Yeah, but I think for the first like 3 or 4 games, you have to have
It's mandated.
Yes, mandated.
Well, the Panthers come in 0-1. Columbus comes in 0-1. Both teams looking at number 1 on the year. Panthers all-time 43-16-1 against teams from Georgia. The last time the Panthers played a team from the Peach State was back in 2016 under first-year head coach Adam Fawcett. The Panthers actually played 2 teams that year. They played Coach Glisson's old stomping grounds in Harris County, and they fell 17-16 in the Postgame. Then were defeated 41-6 by Fitzgerald in Game 6 of that 2016 season.
I'm surprised you don't have little rivalries along this border.
You would think so, yeah.
Especially with Central and Smith and Russell County.
Of course, the last time the Panthers defeated a team from Georgia was in 2015. Coach Dukes led the Panthers in his second season to a 41-13 victory to open the season.
I remember in Auburn High, we played Hardaway just about every year, the Hawks. They were good. That's one team I beat fumbles, Bill, in my illustrious 2 years of starting at college. One of them against Selma, and we turned into a touchdown and won that game, and one against the Hardaway Hawks. I think they beat us in the 6. So.
That's the one time the coach screamed your name and you didn't have to worry about getting and talking to you on the sideline.
Yeah, I didn't have to worry about if I was going to be a lot on the bus. Mom and Daddy always waited to end to see if I had a ride.
On the timeout, first down and 10 for Smith Station. Panthers at the Blue Devils, 43-yard line, going from left to right on your radio dial. As they'll hand it off again. Brooks trying to cut near side, bounce out of the pile and comes back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll set up second down and 10 now for Smith Station.
Yeah, that's one of those where he'd been better off falling down on first contact. He actually got past the line. Linebacker hit him and didn't lock up. He was able to stumble, but he stumbled in the wrong direction.
Of course, you can check this out too on Beam TV and the Columbus area, Phoenix City area as well, later on their YouTube channel. So look for Beam TV for the replay of this. As that ball throw caught 35-yard line after a little bit of a slip on the near side, cut for Pearman. When they're able to be third down to about 2, pick up about that time for Smith Station.
He won't be that one-on-one on the crossing pattern, and if he don't, the quarterback doesn't have trouble getting it to him, so that he has to go down to the ground get the ball, he'd still be running, I believe.
3 wide receivers at twins to the left. They'll hand it again to Brooks. He'll just go up the middle this time, put his head forward, and get to the 31. That'll be enough for another Panther first down.
All this is it's good and safe stuff. We're leaving the passing game, except for the first pass of the game. The rest of it's been, pretty moderate passing attack. 10 yards across the middle, that type of thing.
4:40 to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless here at TC Britton Field at Panther Stadium. Greer will hand it off to Brown this time. Take one time, ball came loose at the 31, and it looks like Smith Station was able to recover that one.
Yeah, I think a traveling lineman, number 69, was able to fall on the bill.
Hero of the moment is Cole Lucas, a DN, or listed as a DN, but here, of course, talked about it. Both teams piecing together some lines. So good job by Lucas coming up with that one. Panthers will stay alive, 2nd and 10. They don't lose anything on it at the 31-yard line of the Blue Devils. 6 wins left, 1 right. H-back left side of the formation. They'll run the slant again. Caught at the 20. Spinning around at the 16. Escaped the 10 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown! Panthers number 4, Amari Peabody opens up the scoring here in Smith Station, Alabama.
Yeah, just again, for some reason, the linebackers are getting no drop. Either they're taking the play every time and they're coming up to the line. It may be inexperience in there as linebacker, but it's leaving a huge hole. They've got to drop back and cover that. Swinging gate.
Gate again, we saw this last week. Will they go for it or not? They're going to flip out far side. And this time, he's shellacked back at around the 5-yard line. Columbus saw it on film. We're waiting on it.
No, he snapped that ball, Bill.
And
From all the way over there.
Brown was the one who got caught. And that wasn't like last week. I think I remember it was more of a line drive over it. This one kind of floated on him a little bit, and that allowed Columbus to come inside.
But no, at one time the rule was you could move the ball laterally and snap it, but I thought they had changed the rule so that it had to go between your legs. To flip that between his
I
legs?
have no idea. Let's go down to the sideline and see if our sideline guy Chris Arnold saw it. Chris?
Yeah, as long as it goes backward, guys, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't think the high school rules say it has to be between his legs. He did not flip between his legs. He just tossed it backward. But they read it. They saw that on film. I'll tell you what, offensively, though, we've made some good passes, and I think Walter said it earlier. We're running between the tackles. It's just a little zone read, doing every single time, and let the backs get the hold. Got to hold them to the football. It is wet there. But the biggest thing is we're out manning them. We're block front, and we just gotta, like I said, we just gotta keep going on to the.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Chris. Renfro will kick this one away for the Panthers from left to right. 6-point lead. Taken at 10 on the far sideline. He escaped to the 35-40. Flag comes out from the middle of the field. All the way down to the 45-yard line goes Fidel Ball Jr., the sophomore. But that flag came about 30 yards away from the action here in the middle of the field.
Well, generally where that's called is a block in the back clip.
And you probably look on film and go, wasn't it needed?
No.
He was on the sideline. He was doing just fine on his own. He had gotten past that first wave.
I know if it was committed as a penalty and you call it, it has absolutely nothing to do with the play. Sometimes it just cringe a little bit.
Unless it's a danger. Unless it's considered like a crackback block, then you.
But that ended up being a hole, so clearly that had nothing to do with the return.
Yeah, hold it.
Like you said, he put a Mike Trout toss on that flag.
This one is all the way back to the 21-yard line. So the Blue Devils down 6-0 with 3:4 to go here in quarter number 1. We'll get the ball back for the second time tonight. Powell at the quarterback for wide receiver set. Twins either side. Play action. Powell back. Looks. Fires one deep. Has a little bit of contact at the 35. It falls incomplete as that well over the head of the intended receiver, Jakeler Spencer.
Yeah, Columbus's coach came out almost to the numbers. He was a little bit mad. But what a transition, Bill. At this time last week, we had, 15 penalties? 20 in the first half alone. Now tonight we got 1. And we've seen several. I think last week we'd have had hankies laying all over the place.
We'd probably still be about the 10th minute of this. Second down and 10 from the 21 line for the Blue Devils. Some reorganization going on by Powell and his wide receivers. They're going to go trip formation for the first time tonight. Trips wide to the right. They'll turn, fired out in the flat. They just used him as blockers on that far side. Step to the 30 and down to around the 35-yard line goes Edwards. And that'll be enough for a first down. So good change of play at the line of scrimmage that time by Powell and company.
Yeah, but we didn't do a good job of tackling him, Bill. He kept his full, even when he got turned backwards, he was still going downfield. So we got to lock up and put him on the ground in that situation.
Malik Harris in on the tackle on that one. As it's 1st and 10 for Blue Devils. Ball at the 35-yard line. Quick slant, caught by Smalls at the 50 to the 40 and brought down there for that Small Jr. with a big burst of speed, and both teams working that little inside crossing route or inside slant. That one ends up going for about 30 yards.
Well, Bill, that time the D-back coming up was on it, and the guy was able just to bounce off of him and keep going. That's one of those where you just need to be under control and make sure you hit the tackle.
Brandon Green was the man who got him in the end. They go back to near side. Turn quarterback. Howell gets hit hard, but stays on his feet past the 40 and falls forward to about the 36-yard line. He hit mano-a-mano, it looked like, with Neal, the inside backer.
And again, Neal, he was spinning and hitting. And of course, that makes it hard to lock up on anybody, but he just spun out of it. It's going to be a timeout, it looks like.
And now a timeout, and I think they're going to do that to maybe let Howell catch his wind a little bit. He's ailing down there and walking very, very slowly, holding his back right now.
Well, there's no doubt he got popped a good lick, but he was spinning, and when he spun around, the guy hit him right in the back and ribs. So you think it's that or a leg, Bill? He's holding his back, but he's already limping because they wrapped him up on the field before the game on that left knee.
Of course, we would like to thank all of our sponsors, including our headline sponsor tonight, Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC and Opelika. Get ready to smile. We want to thank the folks over there for all their great and continued support here of area athletics. 2:21 to go in quarter.
And you mentioned our new sponsor, Bill, Smith Station Baptist Church.
Yep.
So maybe they'll ask their good announcers to come over for a little dinner on the grounds on Wednesday night.
Oh, really?
Let me tell you something.
Well, I'm busy on Wednesdays. You obviously aren't, but...
Hey, if you can get this church, baby, you better get under this. Because you'll think you done did a little piece of heaven right there.
I hate to locate from One Wing Cafe, though. 2:21 to go here. On to the timeout. Set down in about 6 or so for the Blue Devils. Yep, and a new quarterback is out there. They will turn. They will hand it off to Edwards. Caught at the line. Picked up, thrown down on the far side as Brian Mansfield comes in, listed as a junior quarterback at 6'1" and $185. Mansfield actually starting on the defensive side as outside linebacker.
Yeah, well, he plays on that last week, Bill. He's got a good rush. Gets off the ball quick.
Third down at about 6 again here for the Blue Devils.
Well, this new quarterback in until Coach Wilson sees he can throw it. We're going to walk the lunch, black jerseys up on that line, so they're going to take the time.
Yeah, there's more confusion there as well. Let's take a 30-second timeout ourselves back at the station. 1:46 to go in the first quarter. 6-0. Panthers with the lead, and you are listening to Panther Football right here on FM Talk 93.9.
Football is back and your business can be a part of it. Tiger Communications is your ticket to getting your business front and center for all the hard-hitting action from the gridiron this fall. Tiger Communications is proud to be your exclusive home for Beauregard football and Smithsonian football, as well as the AHSAA Sports Show, the AHSAA Super 7, our weekly coaches show, the High School Coaches Show. With a variety of sponsorship packages available, have something to fit your business's advertising needs. Support your local audiences today. Call 324-887-9999 or email winfm.
Welcome back out. Advanced Stadium, DD Britton Field. Bailey Walton Northwood with you. Up 46 to go in quarter number 1. Panthers up 6-0. Here's a third down and 6 coming for Mansfield and company. Movement here before the play can get away. And they were sending the house. Looked like a screen was on as well here.
You know, the running back just kept leaning further and further over. Just kind of like slow. You could see him almost falling, and he finally had to take a step to keep himself upright. So that's going to make it third and 11 they'll be.
Yeah. Going to move this all the way back to the 41-yard line of Smith Station.
And this is where we got in trouble last week. The Panthers did. Remember, Russell Penny kept getting penalties, but they didn't pick up the first down.
Four receivers set, trips left, one right on 3rd and 11 for the Blue Devils. Manfield back to pass. Here comes the 5-man rush. Turns, fires it, ball is hit out of his hands. They'll pick it up, stay, and they do blow whistles down there. Okay. Everyone was moving and scurrying like ants who just found a new picnic, and the referee was getting a lunch bunch, kind of watching everything going on.
Well, he was waiting for the whistle, I guess. If somebody
waiting for someone to blow the whistle.
Yeah, it should have been the far side judge. He could tell if it was going forward or back. Well, the back judge on if it went forward or backwards. So here they come in to punt again, and
Bridger Jones punting to Green again. Green stands at about his 10-yard line.
First snap was a ground ball, so let's see what happens here.
Tell you over in Phoenix City right now, Central up 7-0 over Eufaula in the first quarter. And whistles out again, and that is timeout number 3 for Columbus.
Well, I guess he figures he can't. He don't want to do anything now.
They were missing a man out there, John.
Yeah, he tried to run out there and get in the huddle before Coach could get a hold of him. Referee told Coach to get back. He had to tell something to number 4, John Cady. Of course, now that little pooch kick that he got off a while ago would sure be of a benefit to Columbus right now.
And what's funny is the quarterback, Mansfield, now he's actually the long snapper out there for them. So here's the punt. High, boomer again, coming down quickly. Green back up to his 7. Called a fair catch. That they'll give him around the 8.5, 9, as he took a couple of steps backwards. But that puts the Panthers inside their own 10 with a $1:25 to go here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, usually if you're going to get them that deep, you tell them heels on the 10 and don't catch it if you back up from there. So I don't know if that was a good decision or not.
First down and 10 for the Panthers. Scoring on a 31-yard pass from Greer to Peabody in their last effort.
These officials are going to make up for lost time where they're running this through.
They will hand it off on first down, cut near side. They'll hold to the 15 and all the way out to about the 19-yard line. Because Brooks for the Panthers. And another first down tackled by Brian Mansfield.
Tell you what, offensive line, Bill, as we said a while ago, doing a good job just manhandling them right now, picking up 5, 6, 7 yards a carry.
Methodical at that here tonight for the Panthers.
Well, they got it still 1st and 10. I thought he picked up yards.
They'll hand it off and caught backfield and down. That loss of about a yard. That time for Brooks. So 2nd and 11 coming up as he's tackled by number 44, Marshall Gallatin.
What happened on that first play? Didn't we run play?
Yeah.
Well, that's 2 plays.
Oh, the board hasn't been working.
Oh, okay.
2nd down at 11. Greer turns, pitches it near his side. One move to the 20. Spun around his Brooks at about the 24-yard line. Then wrestled to the ground by Brian Mansfield. And this will set up 3rd down and about 6 or so.
Yeah, Mansfield tried to tackle the ball that time, and he almost pulled away from him. Good job. The Panthers hold on to the ball.
We'll see if
need a first down here, but you don't want to have to punt back to them.
They're running in a man late here too, and I think that's going to do it here for the first quarter of play. So end of quarter 1, Panthers are up 6-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout from back at the station, and then we'll send it down to the sideline. We return here on FM Talk 93.9.
Football is back in and your business can be a part of it. Tag Communications is your ticket to getting your business front and center for all the hard action from the gridiron this fall. Taggart Communications is proud to be your exclusive home for Beauregard football and Smith Station football, as well as the AHSAA Scoreboard Show, the AHSAA Super 7, and our weekly coaches show, the High School Coaches Show. With a variety of sponsorship packs available, we have something to fit your business's advertising needs. Support your local high school football and get in front of audiences today. Call 34887-9999 or email wendy@thetiger.fm.
We're your exclusive home for Smith State football. FM Talk 93.9.
Welcome back out to Station, Alabama. 6-0 Panthers with the lead. Let's head down to the sideline. Chris, what you got for us here on this soaked Friday evening?
I hope you guys can hear me. So we're running the ball good. We're doing that little zone read. You'll notice the backs are spinning one more time going north and south. The fields are really wet, so the cutbacks are a little more difficult. But that's got a good game plan. We need a first down here. I imagine we'll see a few more short passes and letting our receiver do a little stuff with it, and we'll see what happens. But, I mean, so far the offense has looked good. Defense
Appreciate it, Chris. Greer, first down, quarterback keeper, comes through to the 25 and slips his way into the 29-yard line. That was third down and about 6. He's going to be close to first down.
It's going to be first down now. Get a little testy out there as a couple of plays have to be pulled apart. It's going to be fourth and short.
Mansfield have the tackle, and now the Panthers get up quickly. Do they go from here on fourth and about a yard at their own 29?
I wouldn't think so. Coach Glisson is arguing the spot over there.
And now I think
they're going to come talk about it.
And they may want a measurement at this point.
Might as well give you time to talk about what you're going to do.
And will the measure now. The officials are still conferring.
Unless you're going to just try to get them to jump. I wouldn't run a play here, not this early. And you're already up 7-6 nothing. Nothing with what? 11:51.
And now they pick it up and reposition the ball. That was a good thing, especially when you're on the defensive side.
The coach from Columbus has got some questions about how does that happen.
I honestly don't blame him on that. So we'll see as Coach Marino is out there.
Oh, they're going to give him a first down, Bill. They moved the ball and gave him a first down.
That looked to be...
It looked to be a good yard short.
Let's send it back to... Well, we'll come after this play. We'll send it back down, and Chris has some information for us on the sideline. But in any case, first down and 10 here, Panthers at their own 20.
Going to be in the neutral zone.
And now a penalty. Let's send it down to Chris. Chris?
Yeah, real quick, guys. The line judge marked it. He marked it about 2 yards behind where he actually fell. I know maybe couldn't tell from up there, but it was the right call. We did have the first down. We just marked it about a yard back. The wrong guy came in and marked it.
All right, appreciate it, Chris. Greer on first down and 5. Throws it. Caught at the 45 to the 50. Down the 40-yard line. Is spilling over down close to the 38-yard line is Pierman. And the Panthers with another quick strike on first and 5 that time in Columbus territory.
Well, that's how you do it right. I mean, he hit him exactly in stride, so all he had to do was keep running. Nice play.
Greer on first down and 10. He'll hand off. Brooks starts up the middle, drags a tackle or two. A host of white jerseys, and will push him forward down past the 30-yard line. Mansfield won first in on that.
Yeah, he drug about 6 of the Columbus squad on the field with him then.
That's a Mansfield I think was expecting to hear his name on the defensive side of football a lot more than so much at the quarterback position tonight. And we'll have to see how Powell is and if he does come back into the game. As Panthers now second down and about 3. They'll throw it, slant, tipped away, and almost A better defensive effort that time by Devin Pearman, as it looked like Spencer was about to cut that thing off on the inside.
Well, he's lucky that it was wet enough that it kind of rose on him as he threw it, and it got a little bit high, so nobody could catch it. Otherwise, you're right, Spencer might have been traipsing down the other way.
Freshman Brown comes back into the game now on second or third and short, and that one given to him, and he'll ride behind the left guard, and that'll be close to a first down. Third and maybe a foot depending on the spot here. And now what do they say? They will say third down, so third down upcoming. With 10:31 to go, Panthers are leading 6-0.
Oh, said first down.
And wow, and that's the second time tonight.
Yeah, I don't think Whitecap's gonna get any Christmas cards from Columbus.
First down 10, they'll hand it off inside. Brown runs over one, gets slapped sideways down about the 25-yard line. Gain of maybe 2 or 3 on the play. Sets up second and long for the Panthers.
I think the Panther running backs are running harder this week, and they're running more north and south instead of trying to bust it outside. They're just running up in there behind the line, and that's enabling them to pick up some tough yards.
Well, and you remember too now,
Okay.
Quentin Brooks is running.
Yeah.
Jermaine Brown is running. They're second and third guys. We have not seen or heard Iverson Jones, the starting running back here. The starter at least last week here for the Panthers. 9:57 to go. Second out on turn. Pitch out far to Brown. Brown turns, hits a man, and goes out of bounds. Close a 15-yard line. He's tackled out of bounds by Marshall Galat.
No, they're going to mark him back to 20, Bill. So he's going to be short by about 3 or 4 yards.
Third down upcoming.
Hard to see on that.
Third and about 3. It looks like over now, 14-0. Auburn still leading Oklahoma 7-0 as they go play action, turn, fire to slant near side, and in and out of the hands of number 4 Peabody. Good coverage that time by number 10, Davion Peterson. He was there step for step. I think he thought he had a strike at that one.
Well, the first thing that Greer did, he threaded the lineman's hands, who got his hands up. He put it right between the two of them, and then the D-back did a break on the ball. Otherwise, that could have been a touchdown. Could have been a touchdown either way if they catch it.
Fourth down and short now. Fourth and on 2.5 or 3. They'll go tight formation. Greer on center. They're going to turn and push, and the pile continues to go forward at 10-yard line.
Oh, just good route high pushing up there. You get your head down low, get on all fours if you're an offensive lineman, and then you just root until you do just enough room for that quarterback to tuck in behind you. Boy, Greer's having a really good year, Bill.
Well, he had a solid game last time, too. I mean, there weren't too many mistakes. Everything has pretty much been on target again.
And he picks the right receiver. He's done a good job.
First down and 10 for the Panthers at the 16-yard line. Formation again. They'll turn, they'll pitch it out near side to the running back to the 15. He tries to make a cut outside, spin around, and down goes Brown as he was met on the edge by Davion Peterson, who would not let go.
Well, in those cases where he kept trying to string it out, think he could outrun everybody when he should have probably planted that left foot and cut up field a little bit sooner. He might have scored. There wasn't a lot of pursuit coming.
Interesting little wiggle there, going that tight formation though for the Panthers, as this will bring up second down or so. Just inside the 15 is where the ball is rolling. Ball on the near hash. 3 wide receiver set. They'll turn. They'll hand it off. Brooks goes to work again at the high, pushing to the 3, down close to the for number 20, Quentin Brooks, the sophomore, after he's finally rushed down by Fidel Small.
Man, he ran hard. I'm gonna tell you what, that offensive line just blew a cavern in that middle of that line. He had a lot of room to run.
They'll call it first and goal from the 3. Handoff Brooks. Nope, they're going to throw it inside on the slant, and it's caught. Paper touchdown. Peabody, who's senior wideout, with the slant, and he has his second touchdown of the night to put the Panthers up by 2.
position that gives the Panther receivers the inside route every time. And they're getting no help from the middle to fill up that lane.
They'll push this time as they go for two to the Panthers, and they call. Yes, they do. So the two-point conversion good as Greer goes. And with 7:06 to go here in quarter number 2, it's Smith Station 14, and the Blue Devils 0.
Well, that was a nice drive there, Bill. How long was that drive?
Let's see, that started way back too. 5-6 minutes, I would think.
Yeah, just a great drive that time. That's what they need. Get some confidence up front. I know they've had it for 4 minutes because we were commenting about something at the 11-minute mark. So just a good, hard-nosed drive, and I'm sure Coach likes to see that. He's an old offensive lineman. He likes to see big boys push everybody to run up front.
We'll check in with Chris after this kickoff. Of course, reminder, the kickoff is brought to you by Glennsmith Chevy MC in Opelika. Get ready to smile, and they're smiling right now on the far side here in Smith Station, Alabama, TC Britton Field. The Panthers with a 14-0 lead, a pair of catches from Amari Peabody here tonight. Off the right foot of Renfro, ball at the 3. Kicking away right to left, high end over end, short kick, taken at the 11, a drop, picked up at the 15, and the far side he goes to around the 16, and a flag comes out. As that time it was Smalls, tackled by number 33, Land Peterson.
Yeah, nice up for a tackle that time. Looks like it's gone back Columbus up a little bit more. Another holding.
Let's see what Chris has for down the sideline after that last drive. Chris?
Yes, can you hear me? Good drive by the offense. Again, they're just running the tackles and that little slant. And I think I heard Walter say it. But I say Jimmy, that's his daddy. Jackson Greer has put the ball on the money pretty much on every spot. They just got Columbus for a hold right out here. One of the kids trying to get outside. And Walter, you something earlier about them stringing it out. So if you see them string out, I just heard one of the kids come back over and say, we're trying to put their ground to cut up field. They just don't have the footing to cut it up field. So they're having to do it, which is why they're trying to run between the tackles more. I just heard coaches talking about that as well.
Makes sense.
Appreciate it. Down and 10 at the 7-yard line for Columbus. Now to right as they will make their way for a gain of 2 on the play. And it is, I believe, still Mayfield out there. Powell is on the ground, or excuse me, on the sideline. And he continues to keep stretching out that back. It's his lower back on the right side.
Josh Allen from Auburn, 1-yard field goal, put Auburn up 10-0.
You split the difference. My dad said 50. Coach Brett said 52. And you got 51.
I'm a mathematician.
Here's Mansfield, 4 wide receivers set. Turn a little bit of early movement, nothing called. They try to throw it on the flat. That time the Panthers are all over it. They'll swarm down. A sea of black covering up the ball carrier at the 5-yard line. And this one will set up 3rd down and about 11 and a half.
Yeah, this is a big stop here. Let's get the ball back on the positive side of the field. They've been doing that little play all, but they didn't get him as far out Bill they had earlier, and that allowed the defense to get to it a lot faster.
Well, and you got to remember too, we talked about the Panthers both sides having to adapt coming into the game, and it's how you adapt throughout the game as well. They've been throwing a little flat pass and getting a lot of success of it. That's the first time they've come up with a negative play. 3rd down at about 11, and roaring. And, a timeout. They've already used, well, flag that, okay. I was going to say, there's no way. We used up all 3 timeouts in that first quarter.
Did the clock run out?
Yep, play clock ran out. I think there were some Columbus. I looked down at some Columbus coaches. I think we're trying to call a timeout. Here's the throw near side. Incomplete at the 5. Ball intended for Small. And great play that time by Caleb Myers.
Yeah, he was all over that.
He was right on his back.
He smelled that out like one of grandma's biscuits made. He knew exactly where that was going to be served up.
So great position here. And now it will be Bridger Jones out again. I believe a heat timeout as we get to the 5:57 mark here in this contest. Panthers are out 14-0. Don't forget our halftime show brought to you by Jeff Copan Funeral Home and Crematory in Opelika. Principal Dr. Brad Cook will be making his way up here to the press box, and we'll talk to him about all things Smith Station High School here.
All things Panther.
Here we
New
go.
softball coach they got started a dynasty over here. Coach Michael King, of course, all-high graduate. Pitched for Coach Simo back in the day. Of course, as long as Coach Simo's been there, when you say back in the day, you got to wonder which day you're talking about.
There's a lot of days that do go in there.
Right.
Of course, as we mentioned earlier, Dogs are up 10-0. Central actually missed the extra point at Eufaula, so they're only up 13-0 right now over in Phoenix City. And the Bravos, I believe, are up 3-2 for you, Walter.
There you go, babe. They're pulling away now. How about them Brewers? They're like up 8.5 or something, aren't they?
All right, yeah. I'm not going to get my hopes up. It was like with the Bucks. I don't want to get my hopes up just to be crushed again.
I was wondering when you were going to bring up the Bucks, man. You've been sleeping on
I don't watch a lot of NBA, so
I don't either, but in your hometown.
I actually watched the whole time, Game 6, actually. I watched all of it. It's the first time I've done that probably since Jazz Sigma was playing back in the 80s.
With less than a minute left, hoping I get down pass to get 10-6.
A little bit closer in that crosstown rivalry. 5:57 to go here. And Bridger Jones to kick Green. Green standing at the Blue Devil 41-yard line. Bridger Jones has a foot. He is right now on the edge of the goal line. He calls for a low snap, picks it up, turns, Hoosiers at near side, and they're going to say safety. He stepped out of bounds, went down to pick it up.
When he was picking the ball up, he had me on the ground.
The official was right there on it. In fact, he was watching us before anything even started. The low snap caused him to go down. And so a safety attributed to the Smith Station special teams. And with 5:50 to go, it's now 16-0.
Yeah, that's a game changer, because now Columbus will have to they either free kick, punt. Close way 14 kicks off. I'd rather him kick it than punt it. It's his choice.
We'll see what they line up there. Chris, could you see? I mean, how far out was he? Looked like he was about half a step over that line.
He just called while he was on the field. He was in the end. He didn't step backwards or anything. Walter was right, but it's been a low snap most of the night.
Yeah.
Been going down and taking that knee just about every time. He's getting up before he catches it, but that he was down on the ground.
Appreciate it, Chris.
Now we need about a 5-minute drive between the ties, take it into halftime, and then 23-0, and see what happens now.
All right, appreciate it, Chris.
What I like about Chris, he's got a lot of football knowledge.
He keeps saying you're right.
I know that man is eat up with football knowledge. It's good we finally got somebody on the sideline, Bill, who can attest to my brilliance. That's what it is.
This kickoff coming up, brought to you by Glennsboro Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile, and the Panthers smiling now at 16-0 after the safety comedy mark here before the halftime break. And we'll see what they do as they switch up the kick return a little bit. Marquise Collins on that far hash.
I mean, there's no doubt Panthers should end up with the excellent field position right here.
Wimberly is on the near side. You saw the Jets Wimberly had last week. And so they will put this ball on the cheek. Ruger Jones will let his leg do the talking here from the 20, going left to right on that far hash. Here's the kick, high in the air. Wimberly comes up on a run, takes it at the 34-yard line to the 40, up the middle, spinning around at the 47-yard line, turned and trucked down back at the 42-yard line, and it's a late flag and the play.
I believe it was on number 31. It took a swipe at number 11. 31 for the Panthers, Bill. Who you had on that?
31 is Jackson Singletary.
Yeah, Jackson got a little bit too frisky that time. He took a shot at number...
I think number 11.
Yeah, Carson.
Yeah, Carson was standing there kind of going, what's going on?
Yeah, he's just a sophomore. He was just glad to be on the field. And not a heavy play when you're going to have the ball at about midfield.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a big loss there as you're going to go all the way back to your own 31-yard line now. 5:41 to go here in the second quarter. 16-0 Panthers with the lead. They have the ball going from right to left rear. Back to pass on first down. Fires one deep along the side. Going up. No catch. And then interception at the end of the thing. It looked like Peabody had it for a moment. It kind of slipped off his shoulder. And then it was Peterson with the shot at it lying on the ground, and he couldn't corral it either.
Yeah, Peabody out-jumped him, had the ball on the way down. The man knocked it out of hand, was laying on his back. It bounced off his face mask and rolled away.
Second down, they'll hand it off up the middle as the ball forward to about the 35-yard line. Brown with the carry that time for the Panthers.
I think Chris nailed it on the head, saying we need a good 5 minutes at least. Run out the clock. Up by 16 already here with what, Bill, 5:10 left?
5:10 or so. Here's third down and about 6. Ball on the far hash. The receiver set. Wins to the near side. Greer back to pass. Looking near side in the slot. Fires it back instead. And actually threw that one a little bit behind that. We were talking about how good he was throwing the ball, putting it on the money. That one probably right off the back of the 4 that time of Brown, and that will go incomplete at fourth down.
Well, that time, Bill, he used a bullet when he should have just used a little bit more of a floater, a little more softer pass, because there wasn't a big space differential between him and the receiver.
Fidel Small Jr. to the left. Renfro on to kick this one away. Fourth down and about 6. Floating snap back turn. They'll just line it right down the field. Rugby style past the 40. Continues to roll the Smith stick and down right around the 28-yard line.
And that worked out good for the Panthers, but that was almost a disaster back there on the punter.
A 35-yard kick, and maybe it got 6 feet high off the ground.
Oh, yeah.
It buzzed by the helmets. It looked like it's linemen down there.
So I was one of the guys that played basketball, jump up and try to grab, think that was a pass or something.
So really, a big break, Columbus, after the penalty.
Oh, sure.
On Station, taking him out of taking away from midfield.
You change your play calling from the 50 to the 35.
Mansfield out of the gun, 4 wide receivers, 3 near side, taking off, stepping up, hesitated, now turns and past the 31 to the 32-yard line. And that's the last thing you want to do as a quarterback is come to a complete stop right in the middle of the field where the pocket was.
Yeah, he couldn't decide if he was to slide or lay down. It was Bams all over him. Isn't it Matt Jones that was Alabama that wasn't the best slider in the world? That young man needs to get him some sliding pads.
First down, or excuse me, second down and about 7. They'll hand it off in the backfield this time and nowhere to go for Edwards. And you see since Powell was injured, defense is just right up on the line of scrimmage now for the Panthers.
Oh, they're just begging them to throw the ball.
They have harassed and rushed everything. Tight man.
I think Smith's gonna get a timeout here because they're gonna get that ball back right here with Still over 4 minutes left before half.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it earlier. What was one of the problems last week was allowing 3rd and long and the pickups on 3rd and long. So they want to sit, they want to talk about it, be smart about this, because you're about to get another chance if you can stop them here and be in halfway decent field position, you would think, with about 4 minutes, about 3:30 to go.
Well, with the way the Columbus's snapping game is going, you could be in good field position right here.
Well, I said you got 2 different snaps. Right now, Smith Station, they're floating them back there. It's like a slow softball game. And for Columbus, everything is skipping off the ground. Almost like a cricket.
That's the famous Columbus baseball team coming out in them there. Isn't that where Big Frank played?
I think so.
I heard he has built them a pretty nice doggone field over there, too. They donated the money for it.
We're going to have to throw some softball or some fastballs and stay away from maybe the sliders or something on the snaps. Here's 3rd down and about 10. Ball at the 29-yard line. Mansfield out of the gun. 3 wide receivers to the near side. He'll turn, roll to the near side, looking under pressure, finds the left hand ball, tipped it incomplete. It looked like it was going to be a little bit off the mark anyway, but number 28, Shamon Oliver, who's senior DB, got his fingertips on it, and this sets up a 4th down with 4:01 remaining before the halftime break.
Well, and you can tell kid must not have played a lot in the first game, Bill, at all last year. He's very indecisive about where he's going to throw the ball or what he's going to do. And that time, the Panthers sold out. They brought everybody plus a couple, I think.
Well, the only other quarterback I saw that was listed was a freshman out there. As this punt up and away by Jones, caught quickly by Green at the 45 to the 50 far sideline, half blocks to the 40, into the races, down to the 15, and met at the 10 and bumped out of bounds by the punter. As Bridger Jones saves the touchdown, but you saw the lightning from the feet that time. Spark its way down the far sideline from number 10, Brandon Green, the junior.
Brandon was moved. That's the quickest I've seen anybody for the Panthers run here. When your punter and your kickoff man is your MVP in the first half, that usually don't bode too well for you.
This will set up 1st and goal for the Panthers. We're talking about some more possible points. Ball rested at the 7-yard line. Brown is the running back to the right. He'll step forward and get hit at about the 3-yard line that time by Small.
Yeah, they're really getting down low, getting a push right now, Bill. I'd either run slant or I just keep pounding right here.
We'll see. Greer will line up in the gun again. Brown off his left hip. They'll go twin to the right hand off, looking for the run back and sidestepping his way untouching the end zone is number 24, Jermaine Brown for the Panther touchdown.
Downtown Brown cashes in. Nice little step to the right, Bill. Jump move there. Got it free,
And the Panthers up the lead. And swinging in action again. And they will go as Green far side turns, fires it back across the middle. Is it called? It is Peabody. That one among Peabody with the catch. Green with the sprint out to the right, turned out, threw it right back in the middle, and Peabody wide open for the 2-point conversion. It's 24-0. Panthers 3:15 to go before the halftime break.
Well, Coach Glisson's going to make future coaching staffs have to worry about what they're going to do on 2 points. They're going to have to practice defending them, at least spend part of their practice time doing that.
Let's send it to our man down on the sideline, Chris Tarno. Chris, great execution on that last, just a couple runs. They kept it simple and a lot of work off the legs at the time of Jermaine Brown.
And Brandon had a big part of that drive.
All We'll try to get a hold of Chris here in a second. This kickoff brought to you by Glenspie Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Panthers smiling now, 24-0 over the Blue Devils of Columbus with 3:15 to go here in the first half. Here's the kickoff from right to left by Renfro, taken back at the 10-yard line to the 15 to the 20, and that's as far as he'll go. Small again with the return, and gets back to the 20, 3:09 to go, and wonder now as the cover that time from Emmanuel Adams. And you wonder now if you're the Panthers, do you try to go for more here?
Oh, yeah, if you can get a quick stop. But you got, you need a 3 and out to get a hold of the ball right here.
Mansfield still in at quarterback. Powell all the way down actually in front of us at about midfield. He's been holding ice on his back on that right side for most of this half after getting hurt. I believe that was second series here. As this one a handoff inside on the sweep to the 25, cut back the middle to the 30, and that's the biggest gain, I believe, this quarter for the Blue Devils, all the way out on a 14-yard gain on the run by Robert Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards made a good cut right there. The Panthers had surrounded. He just saw a little daylight. I think they thought he might be going toward the out of bounds, and he just kind of sidestepped, went back to the middle of the field.
Clock continues to tick. First down, and that's what Columbus needed to do there. They needed to get a little bit of breathing room, pick up the first down, take some of the pressure off their defense right now.
Yeah, that defense has been out there.
Man in motion to the far side. He went sideways, so no movement. Mansfield back to pass. 3-man rush. Turns, fires it deep across the middle. No one was there. Lots of contact, and now a late flag come out as it looked like a collision between Spencer and Morgan that time for the Panthers.
Morgan formed up on him. He knocked him in pretty good. But the ball's so overthrown, I'm sure it wasn't catchable, but
I think I wonder if they're talking about that, because
I know they're talking about that was a good lick for Morgan.
And that time, everyone bailed out too. Just a 3-man rush that time for the Panthers.
Yeah, they called it. Interference is called, Morgan, but it's just a 10-yard penalty, though, Bill. Should be automatic first down because there we go. Yeah,
they're going to put it to the spot there at the 43-yard line, or excuse me, 44-yard line. First down and 10. Mansfield, 4 wide receivers, set trips left. The time they'll turn, hand it off to Brown. He'll step through the middle, cut past one, and thrown down at the 50-yard line that time by number 52, Malik Harris, and number 8, Neil Davis.
Brown's getting better and better. And I'll tell you, this give that offensive line a little bit of confidence build. Now they're starting to run off a few nice runs. For Columbus, D-line needs to step up. We're going to walk everybody up right here.
And Brown adjusting to the pressure as well, able to sidestep quickly. He knows it's coming. He'll turn, they'll fake it. Now a slant across the middle. That one behind the receiver. It was incomplete, intended for Small. On the coverage was Dylan Corden.
I'm just now noticing he's a lefty, Bill. Quarterback.
Yep. So Corden.
Pretty good coverage that time. You might look for that little wheel route again. They've been effective with it.
But again, I mean, you look at Mansfield and he hasn't shown you anything really through the air.
No. And that's why they were so
everything is kind of fluttered on him as well.
Here comes the safety right here.
3rd and 5, he'll turn, throw it out the flat to Brown. Black jersey's there, he gets to the 50, and that is it as he's tackled by number 42, Jamari Harris.
Yeah, that play's run its course, Bill. I don't think they're going to be have much more out of that one unless there's a busted coverage somewhere. But as far as Columbus is concerned, they got, about 3.5 minutes off. They're going to punt it from the 50 instead of back on their own 20. So the offense did what they were supposed to do there.
I believe final timeout taken by the Panthers. So with $1:48 to go, Smith Station will get it back up 24-0.
They've been running that slat and that seam pattern I'd give it another shot here right quick.
Yeah.
What Chris say about that?
I want to tell you that at the half now, Auburn leading 10-7.
Yeah.
Opelika blocking a 37-yard field goal with 4 seconds left to go into that halftime break.
Oh, really? Because Auburn had already kicked a 50-yard field goal.
So, out of the timeout, Green, explosive again. I wonder if you switch things up here. A lot of it is indicative of snap. Bridger Jones has done a great job just getting his hands on the football a couple of times. You know, he's done his job here tonight. They just need to find it. This needs to be a clean snap if you don't want anything to go away about what you just talked about on the sideline here. Jones calls for it. That is a good snap. No pressure. Angle near sideline away from Green. Hits at the 20. Takes a Blue Devil roll to the 10-yard line as it touchdown by Bryant Mansfield. So 1:39 to go. Smith Station will have it first down and 10 at their own 10, 24-0.
And it's been a good half for the Panthers so far, Bill. They've done what they set out to do. Been really effective passing. You know what? First play of the game, we score a touchdown pass or so, and after that they've mixed in the run and the pass, but mainly been able to just hammer it up the middle.
This time it'll be number 20 in there, Quentin Brooks, the sophomore running back. Off the right side, rear, they'll bring a man in motion, and Wimberly, they'll flip it to him on a little inside game. Wimberly around the end around, spinning back in, and he'll pirouette his way to about the 18 or so.
And he did get out of bounds and stop the clock.
124 and ticking, and actually they'll mark it right at about the 20, shy of the 20.
What a shot here, Coach. Hit that seam route right here.
One deep safety back.
What I tell
Looking,
you.
there's the slant, and too far in front of Peabody. He had the opening, Walter. He had the opening. Good look on the seam there, but
And that's the first pass in 2 weeks we've seen from Greer that was, you know, pretty much off the mark. Usually he's pretty much a run the receiver.
so now third down, or excuse me,
Yes,
should be third. They get to the marker now. Third and a couple. They will hand it off on the go, and going sideways was Brooks, and he will not get it as he's tackled by Carson Baldwin and Jake Copeland. And so this will set out 4th and short now for the Panthers with 50 seconds to go. I believe they're out of timeout, so they're going to wait. There's 20 seconds on the play clock still.
well,
They might have one. Well, if they do have one left, maybe they must have one left if they're waiting like this. Everyone's still meerkatting to their far sideline for 6 seconds on the play clock. Down to 3, down to 2, and now they do call timeout with 22 seconds to go before the halftime break. Let's send it down for a man on the sideline, Chris Tarnow. Chris, what you got for us?
Yeah, I think Coach right there wanted to obviously hit that seam route like Walter said earlier. Look, what I'll tell you about Columbus and what I heard on the sidelines was, you know, if you remember last week, what kind of really hurt us were those little screen passes, those out routes. And they got it to their playmaker over and over and over again. We just never had an answer for it. Looks like Columbus saw that on film, was trying to do the same. But with 8, and I think, forget his last name, Powell, I think is his last name. With him being out on the sidelines, they're having the backfield playmakers to try to handle that out route and really get outside, and they're just not able to outrun it. Outside of him, they're not able to outrun our defense. So I think they just wanted to run the clock down here, punt, kick them back a little bit. We just got to make sure we don't have a bad snap and get this one out.
Appreciate it. There's a long lobbing snap. This one might have got tipped as Renfro gets it away. Hits at the 45, then hits a Smith Station Panther right at the 50-yard line. And that'll stop the clock with 12.5 seconds left. And it was touchdown by Dylan Carden.
Number 13 tried to leap over the four blockers, Bill, and came down on his head, and he got holding his head with both hands, and they're kind of leading him off the field. I mean, he landed exact. I'm surprised to get to a neck injury.
That's Joseph Baker, number 13, coming off slowly. So Blue Devils, great field position, but not a lot of time and no timeouts. 12.5 seconds to go. They have it first down to 10 at 50. Going from left to right. Mansfield at the helm. 4 wide receivers set. One running back to the left. Mansfield turns. He will hand it off up the middle. Spun at the 48 and all the way down to about the 47-yard line. It is Edwards as he's tackled by Wesley Hagan. And that will do it for the half. So the Panthers don't have to play any more defense on there. You wondered if they would try the long pass. Do they try to force something? And Columbus, I think, just trying to get out here is.
Yeah, they just want to go in and regroup. Over in the second half. You know, they got young guys and a lot of guys that are playing that probably didn't expect to play tonight. So I'll let you go down, Coach.
All right, let's head it down to Chris and Coach.
Yeah, Coach, great out here. Like crazy. Obviously, we're standing, and I think your feet are as wet as mine. We might as well take our shoes off and just have some fun here. But a good first half. Just throwing the ball well, put the ball on the money. Just played well. Just your thoughts, real quick.
I'm really, really happy. And the reason I'm really happy is everybody knows what we're dealing with. A lot of folks out, and it's a wet is an understatement. And we're throwing the ball, we're catching the ball, we're running the ball, we're doing a lot of good things. Defense is playing well. And I mean, the effort is there. Coaches coaching their tail off, and we scratch everything we can get. But I'm pleased with the kids, pleased with the effort. I'd like to see the ball not on the ground a couple of times. We got it back, but I don't like seeing it on the ground. And like I told them before the game, wet's no excuse. But, you know, we practice in the mornings all summer long, and that ball's wet today. So we're used to that. And but you know, hey, it's a good start, good first half. The second half, see what we do.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question. What do you tell them the second half? What do you tell them at halftime to get them ready for the second half so they don't get complacent? We still want to come out and fire off the ball. I think they will, but what do you tell them going in? I'm up 24-0.
Well, you won the first half. Second half still in question. We won in both halves, and so that's the way we're going to go about it. We're going to come back out and get after it. Extra positions, we ain't got a lot of subs. Ain't nobody coming out. I mean, it is what it is. And so I thought our third-team deep snapper, who is a sophomore, has done a fabulous job. I thought our field goal kicker, who is not a punter, but he has done a fabulous job. And a lot of kids that might not be playing, not for these circumstances, and stepping up and getting after it. And Columbus High's got the same thing going on too now. I got to say that for them. And their kids are playing hard as well. Their quarterback got hurt, who is a really good player. And I hope he's not hurt, substantially. But got some good players. We just got to come out and play. Keep focused. That's my lesson. My message is going to be in. And I got to calm down a little bit, but sometimes you feel like it's you against the world. That's kind of the way I feel right now today. But they're playing. I'm happy with our effort, and I'm happy with what we've accomplished under the circumstances we're under. But I want more. I want it to be better. I think the kids are right.
We'll see. And I think he just wants to keep the kids focused. So we got a lot of. He said it. Columbus High doing the same thing. They've got people playing out of position. Bill, Walter, and got to keep pushing. I think the biggest thing coming out of the second half, and like I said, and he said it too. Wet is an understatement. It is drenched down here, and but holding on to the ball, we've got to make sure we do that because we're going to have to play in rain. We're going to have to get used to that. Giving a lot of our younger kids some to play and to get some experience, and I think. And then to have the outcome is where we are. So we got a second half to play. We'll see how it goes.
All right, appreciate it, Chris. We're going to take a quick timeout back at station as we get you set up for the Panther halftime show brought to you by Jeff Contran Funeral Home and Crematory in Malika. 24-0 Panthers. And we'll be back with more after this quick timeout on FM Talk 93.9.
things you just gotta have, but don't have time to waste in one of those huge pack stores. No PKs, we have your gotta have items with no hassle, along with great customer service, high quality items, and clean stores. So whether you need a 6-pack of your favorite beverage, milk, gasoline, or some cash from the ATM, TK's has it just minutes from you. TK's convenience stores now with 17 locations to better serve you. Always there when you need us. 745 cold. Why do you need that number? With the weather heating up, it's time to think about having your air conditioner serviced. Spring cleanings and checkups prevent most major system malfunctions. For 46 years, May Refrigeration has been serving the air conditioning needs of the folks here in the Auburn-Opelika area. With servicemen who average over 20 years of experience, you know your unit will be fixed properly the first time. Call 745-COLD. That's 745-2653. May Refrigeration and Carrier. Turn to the expert.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Opelika is happy to be a sponsor of high school football. We believe that high school athletics builds character among young people, and we're honored to lend our support. We're in a great area to live, play, work, worship, and retire. Now in our 29th year, we are your Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer for East Alabama and West Georgia. Online, Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get ready to smile.
This interlude is brought to you by Tiger Iron Gym. Get fit.
Your hometown gym, located at 1655 South College Street in Auburn.
This is Auburn-Opelika Tour, week of August 23rd. War Eagle Tiger fans, are you ready for fall season? Join Auburn Athletics on Saturday for a new football preseason kick event featuring a free open practice at Jordan-Hare Stadium, appearances by Aubie, member of the Auburn University Marching Band, cheerleaders, Tiger Paws, tailgate games, face painting, and more. The event starts this Saturday at noon on the campus green space. Speaking of new events, Auburn-Opelika Tourism is proud to announce the War Eagle Run Fest coming to the Plains this February. Mark your calendars and start for this awesome half marathon. Tickets go on sale Monday, August 5th, and will be at an all-time low price just for a few days. Check out all of this and more at aotourism.com. This is Kat Bobo, and this has been your Tourism Minute.
Come in and get it out of your system. The Car Stereo Shop.
Hey, yes, and here's my pledge to you. No one will sell you a better product at a lower price, back that product with a better warranty, or been installed by a more professional technician than the Car Stereo Shop. Oh, and provide you with the best customer service on the planet. All this from a locally owned and operated business that considers customer satisfaction our #1 priority. Come by the store at 1914 Opelika Road and experience the difference.
Rock and Roll Pinball in Opelika is affordable fun for the whole family, with 29 modern and classic pinball machines plus 2 multiplayer video arcade machines. Rock and Roll Pinball is here to bring you hours of fun for a low price. And Rock and Roll Pinball has 9 large flat-screen TVs, along with a bar serving sodas, snacks, and even a huge assortment of craft and domestic beers. So if you're looking for hours of fun that the whole family can enjoy and it won't break the bank, check out Rock and Roll Pinball at 815 South Railroad Avenue in Opelika. Open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight, and Sundays from noon until 5.
The thrill of high school football is back, and your business can be a part of it. Tiger Communications is your ticket to getting more front and center for all the hard-hitting action from the gridiron this fall. Tiger Communications is proud to be your exclusive home for Beauregard football and Smith Station football, as well as the AHSAA Scoreboard Show, the AHSAA Super 7, and our weekly Coaches Show, the High School Coaches Show. With a variety of sponsorship packages available, have something to fit your business and advertising needs. Support your local high school football and get in front of audiences today. Call 334-887-9999 or email Indy@thetiger.fm.
You got some stats, too, Brooke, from later. Okay. These are some scores.
This interlude is brought to you by Tiger Iron Gym. Get fit.
Complete with indoor AstroTurf, functional fitness classes, and more free weights than anyone in the area.
This is Coach Gus, head coach of Smith Station Panthers. Back to more Panthers football on FM Talk 93.9.
Welcome back out to DC Britton Field at Panther Stadium. But Billy Walter Northcutt with you. Panthers out to a 24-0 lead here on this soggy Friday evening as the Panther band about to entertain the crowd after the Blue Devil band did their thing just a second ago. Let's get you caught up on some scores from around the area. Over in Escambia County leading Glenwood 15-7 right now in the second quarter. Montgomery Academy over Trinity Presbyterian 8-7 at the halftime break. Tallahassee up 14-0 over Wetumpka.
Did you see what that Tallahassee running back did last week, Bill?
Yeah.
Wow, he exploded.
He was, I think, the HSA Player of the Week or something like that. Yeah. Jeff Davis and Robert E. Lee in a slobber knocker, 0-0 in the first quarter there. Reeltown down at St. James, 14-0 in the second quarter. Enterprise leading home over Carver, 7-6. It's Prattville.
That's kind of surprising, though.
Enterprise and Carver
was supposed to be really strong.
Yeah.
I know Carver's good, usually pretty good, but Enterprise was really supposed to be good.
Prattville handling Stanhope Elmore 22-0 right now. Park Crossing and Dothan, they are not at 7 at the halftime break.
I'm telling you, Smitty Grider's done a good job. You know, they've only recombined that, 2 years ago?
2 or 3 years ago,
Became the Wolves. Yeah, they brought back Northview and Dothan. He's done a really good job of really starting a new program.
Nosolga 6-0 lead over Winterboro, and Elmore County down Danville right now at 7-0. Last check, Auburn still up 10-7 over Opelika. That one probably entering into the third quarter.
Auburn just had a long run from Pogue, and they're down the Opelika 22.
Central up with 1:18 to go in the second quarter, 20-0 over Eufaula.
They must have had a delay too.
I think I would assume a lot of teams around the area had some delays here with this weather that rolled through. Some other scores from around the state. Clay Chalkville leads 43-6 with 11:04 to go in the third quarter. Louisville quarterback commit Caleb Johnson coming up big. Fourth score of the game in that one. In the second half, a 60-yard catch and run to Jalen Milwaukee. And yeah, Clay Chalkville out to a huge lead there. Elsewhere, after not scoring last week at 7A Baker, UMS Wright is putting it on Mobile Christian 17-0 at the start of the third quarter there. Fairhope 25-0 leaders over Andalusia right now. Viger 12, Hillcrest Evergreen 0. James Clemens leading Athens 33-7. Ardmore 14-7 leaders over Elkmont. Hoover 28, Alpharetta, Georgia 0. Familiar, right?
Yeah, Hoover may be back, to say the least.
Of course, and they went up after a 98-yard kick return as well. So Theodore 29-7 over Baker. Pike Road 42-0 leaders over Calhoun. Sweetwater 13, Thomasville 7. And
of course, Sweetwater's always good. They can play up 2 or 3 divisions and still compete.
And we do have a score. Actually, there is an update on the Lee Montgomery-Jeff Davis game, that rivalry. In the second quarter, 28-0. Lee Montgomery now leads Jeff Davis. Last 2 touchdown passes, Jaquel Williams to Daniel Scott for 55 yards, and he went to Dillahay for 69 yards in that one.
You know, a little bit of history may be made. This could be the last year to play as Lee and JD.
Yep.
They have run a poll, and they're trying to rename the schools, and if they do, man, that would be a long hit. They'll still be the same school, but under those names, that would be some of the longest rivalries in the state of Alabama changing names.
Here's some other scores for you. Of course, yesterday it was Southern Prep winning their first 11-man football game of the season, 40-16, as they demolished Springwood School on a Thursday night contest. Highland home losing to Alabama Christian right now, 40-0 at the half. Macon East and Montgomery down to Valiant Cross 18-7. Montgomery Catholic 23-0 leaders over Charles Henderson. Eufaula down now 22-0. Beulah losing to Claiborne County 34-0. Cyril of Clay down to Benjamin Russell 20-14 as well. Beauregard losing to BTW 16-14. That one in the third quarter as well.
That's a little surprising. They're even BTW, they're 5A, I think. Are they 6A?
No, they're not 6A. They're either 4A or 5A. Yeah, and Russell County with the forfeit win over Barber County at 1-0. And
of course, now Barber County, I don't know if that's COVID or just, they didn't even have a team last year.
Yeah, you wonder a little bit about that. But you also have to think Coach Griggs and his group were chomping at the bit to find a week 2 opponent after the success they have. We're going to take a quick time out here as the Panther band continues to rock on here. Panthers with the lead. We'll take a quick pause, come back with the halftime stats and the second half kickoff here from Smith Station, Alabama. The Panther Halftime Show brought to you by Jeffco Tran Funeral Home Crematory in Opelika. We'll be back after this quick timeout on FM Talk 93.9.
At Glenn Smith in Opelika, we love this time of the year with all the excitement of football. We also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We salute the team, coaches, band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and fans. We are proud to be Buick and GMC dealer for East Alabama and West Georgia. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get ready to smile.
My joints aren't what they used to be. Routine exercise, playing ball outside with the kids, riding bikes on vacation. I never worried about keeping up. But now, my joint pain has started slowing me down. I decided to make an appointment with the orthopedic clinic. Their surgical partners had the experience, technology, and personalized approach to care that I was looking for. Best of all, it was close to home. I'm thankful I chose the orthopedic clinic. Don't let your pain slow you down. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule your appointment today.
The thrill of high school football is back and your business can be a part of it. Taggart Communications is your ticket to getting your business front and center for all the hard-hitting action from the gridiron this fall. Taggart Communications is proud to be your exclusive home for Beauregard football and Smith Station football, as well as the AHAA Scoreboard Show, the AHSAA Super 7, and our weekly coaches show, the High School Coaches Show. With a variety of sponsorship packages available, we have something to fit your business's advertising needs. Support your local high school football and get in front of audiences today. Call 334-887-9999 or email wendy@tiger.fm.
Come in and get it out of your system. The Car Stereo Shop.
Hey, yes, Steve, and here's my pledge to you. No one will sell you a better product at a lower price, back that product with a better warranty, or have it installed by a more professional technician in the Car Stereo Shop. Oh, and provide you with the best customer service on the... All this from a locally owned and operated business that considers your customer satisfaction our #1 priority. Come by the store at 1914 Opelika Road and experience the difference.
745 cold. Why do you need that number? With the weather heating up, it's time to think about having your air conditioner serviced. Spring cleanings and checkups prevent most major system malfunctions. For 46 years, refrigeration has been serving the air conditioning needs of the folks here in the Auburn-Opelika area. With serving who average over 20 years of experience, you know your unit will be fixed properly the first time. Call 745 cold. That's 745-2653. May Refrigeration and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
This interlude is brought to you by Tire Iron Gym. Get fit.
Open 365 days, 24/7, located on South College Street in Auburn.
This is Kat Bobo with Auburn Opelika Tourism, and this is your Tourism Minute for the week of August 23rd. War Eagle Tiger fans, are you ready for football season? Join Auburn Athletics on Saturday for a new football preseason kickoff event featuring a free open practice at Jordan-Hare Stadium, appearances by Aubie, members of the Auburn University Marching Band, cheerleaders, Tiger Paws, the Southeastern Raptor Center, food, inflatables, tailgate games, face painting, and more. The event starts Saturday at noon on the campus green space. Speaking of new events, Auburn Opelika Tourism is proud to announce the War Eagle Run Fest coming to the Plains this February. Mark your calendars and start training for this awesome half marathon. Tickets go on sale Monday, August 30th, and be at an all-time low price just for a few days. Check out all of this and more at aotourism.com. This is Kat Bobo, and this has been your Tourism Minute.
TK's Convenience Stores, your gotta-have headquarters. You know, those things you just gotta have, but don't have time to waste in one of those huge pack stores. Nope, at TK's we have your gotta-have items with no hassle, along with great customer service, high-quality items, and clean stores. So whether you need a six of your favorite beverage, milk, gasoline, or some cash from the ATM, TK's has it just minutes from you. TK's Convenience Stores now with 17 locations to better serve you. Always there when you need us.
Rock and Roll Pinball in Opelika is affordable fun for the whole family. 29 modern and classic pinball machines plus 2 multiplayer video arcade machines. Rock and Roll Pinball is here to bring you hours of fun for a low price. And Rock and Roll Pinball has 9 large flat screen TVs, along with a bar serving sodas, snacks, and even a huge assortment of craft and domestic beers. So if you're looking for hours of fun that the whole family can enjoy and it won't break the bank, check out Rock and Roll Pinball at 815 South Railroad Avenue in Opelika. Open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight, and Sundays from noon until 5.
Honey Baked Ham doesn't just sell hams. Honey Baked Ham in Opelika offers the best spiral sliced honey glazed ham sandwiches in town. In the mood for turkey? Try the Turkey Classic or the Turkey Bacon Ranch. Can't decide? Have both on the Tavern Club. Whatever you fancy, sandwich, soup, or salad, make Honey Baked Ham your go-to lunch spot. Break away and experience lunch at Honey Baked Ham on Gateway Drive in Opelika today. For a quick pickup, call ahead at 741-8411. That's 741-8411. Honey Baked Ham, celebrating life one meal at a time.
Follow us on Twitter at _FM Talk _.
Britton Field at Panther Stadium. Bill Bailey, Walter Northcutt with you. Now joined by the illustrious Brooks Childress.
What's up, Bill?
What's going on? I believe
like the silent observer in here.
You got some math for us, I think.
Nah, well, I let the computer do the math for me. I have a liberal arts degree, so I stopped doing math after the first round of freshman classes.
I am in the same boat. Yes.
So, taking a look at some of the stats, we're going to run through some of the individual stats right now for Smith Station. Lead off as we get ready for the second half here. Jackson Greer, the only player that's passed today for the Smith Station Panthers. 5 completions, 12 attempts, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns, 41.7% completion percentage on the night. Receiving those passes on the other side, the receiving leaders, Jalen Bibbs, 1 reception for 51 yards. Amari Peabody, 2 receptions, 34 yards. 2 touchdowns, longest reception, or he averaged about 17 yards per reception tonight. Devin Perriman, 2 receptions, 32 yards, averaging 16 yards per reception. Rushing ground for the Panthers tonight. Quentin Brooks, 13 attempts on 74 yards, averaging 5.7 rush yards per attempt. Jermaine Brown, 10 rushes for 33 yards and a touchdown. Wimberly, also a rush tonight for 9 yards. And Jackson Greer, also 1 rush for 4 yards tonight. In the kick game, the Panthers are 0 for 1 on the field goal on extra point attempts. 0 for 1. Easton Renfro missing that one. Punting stats, Easton Renfro also doing the punting tonight. 2 attempts, 69 yards total, averaging 34.5 yards per punt. Punt return, Brandon Green, 3 attempts tonight for 65 yards. Jackson Greer has had 1 attempt for 0 yards. And then kicking return, Aubrey Wimberly, 1 kick return for 7 yards. Tonight, taking a look at some of the stats comparisons tonight. Columbus has run 22 plays. Smith Station run 37. 237 total yards of offense for Smith Station tonight compared to 87 total yards of offense for Columbus. But Columbus is winning the time of possession game, 12 minutes and 14 seconds to 11 minutes and 34 seconds on the night. And there's some of your stats going on. Not as many penalties tonight either. Only 1 penalty on Columbus all night.
I think everyone glad to hear that stat.
And then, check that. 1 penalty on first down, 4 penalties for 30 yards on Columbus, 2 penalties for 25 yards on Smith Station. Still well below last week's clip.
Oh, that was the first 3 minutes of the football game last week with the crew that we had. Appreciate it there, Brooks.
No problem.
We get set for our Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC kickoff. Get ready to smile. Up 24-0. Here's Renfro with the kick from the 40, from left to right, and we're underway again. Short kick down. Hits at the 13, bobbled there, picked up at the 15, sliding through past the 20, now has a hole at the 30, at the 35, and brought down around the 36-yard line. The ball carrier, number 2, Spencer, as he's tackled by Quentin Brooks, one of those in on the play.
Bill, how many times have you seen it where a kick is either flubbed or dropped, like the defensive man kind of lets up a little bit, and then they can get a good return?
Well, it's like they're almost trying to watch to see where the ball is, instead of just filling their do change their name, it'll be to the North Cut. It's down right now to San Francisco, 4-2.
Somebody's cheating. They better test them for steroids. I think Bobby Bonds is playing again.
Greer out of the gun. He will hand it off. Up the middle goes Brooks, past 1 to the 25 and down to about the 26-yard line.
And Brooks has really carried the majority of the carries, I believe, tonight, Bill. And he's done a good job just finding a hole. They're going to run a guy on late. He better hustle if he's going to substitute for somebody.
That is 52, Tyranny McCowan.
No, somebody had already run off. Or they played with 10 players that
on that
series.
last one, yeah. 3 wide receiver set, now little meerkat to the far sideline for the Panthers. On second down and about 3. Greer back to pass, looks across the middle, fires it near side, has a receiver, caught at the 45 to the 40, and he's taken down at the 38-yard line by number 2 Spencer. But a huge catch is coming open, number 9 Devin Pearman.
Yeah, Columbus just doesn't have the athletes to run with Pearman and his bunch. But that was almost like the Dyer play in the Auburn championship game. He brought him down on top of him and slung him, and he almost was able to keep his feet and score. But right now, they just can't keep up with that speed.
About a 35-yard catch there for Pearman as they'll hand it off to Brooks. He bounces out to the outside, slides his way through it, finally goes down after a gain of about 13 to the 21-yard line, tackled by Small. And a play that looked like it was maybe going to pick up 2 or 3 ends up with the first down at the end of it.
The minute to go in the third, Auburn High scored and missed the extra point. It must have been a bad snap, I reckon.
First down and 10 for the Panthers. They'll hand it off. Brooks again slicing his way up the middle. Turns, spun around, keeps going forward all the way down to the 5-yard line. Another first down after a pickup of about 16.
Well, you know, when Chris came up here at halftime, he and I were talking, and he mistakenly thought I had made a mistake a while ago. But besides that, we both agreed this line will just wear down that Columbus line in the second half.
First and goal from the 5. Greer will keep it. Standing straight up, walking into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
That's the way you start the quarter off right there.
Jackson Greer off left tackle, 5-yard run. And the swinging gate in effect again to the left side of the formation. Panthers strike for the first time here in the quarter. They will snap it again. Green turns, tries to go forward and met by a couple of the D linemen. He's sandwiched up front that time. And so the 2-point conversion no good. 8:25 to go. It's 30-0 Panthers here in quarter number 3.
Coach couldn't have drawn it off any better than that. Just march down the field and go down to Chris in a minute and see what he's got to say about that drive.
Chris, what you think about that last drive for the Panthers?
Exactly. Can you guys hear me now?
Yep, got you.
Bill.
Yep.
You got me all right. Yeah, I think it's exactly what Coach talked about at halftime. He went into halftime. He wanted to come out and, establish the run game. Made a great pass on the side over there. The fact of the matter is we established that on the run game, and I think you're going to see a lot more of that throughout the game. Even if he brings some backups in, you're going to see a lot more ground and pound, I think.
Appreciate it. Chris, there's our Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC kickoff. Get ready to smile as the kickoff taken by number 2 Spencer. After a little bit of a bobble, he's tripped up and down at about the 22-yard line. Tackled on the play by number 33 Peterson again.
That's that man Peterson. Good job that time.
So 8:17 to go, 30-0 Smiths, and really this turned early when you lose the athlete that you had in J.P. Powell for Columbus. The quarterback goes down early, and really they haven't looked in sync on offense. Turn, the first run of the night for Mansfield. He'll come outside and taken down sideways by a couple tacklers there.
Yeah,
at
50
the 22-yard line.
That would have been, let's see, Bill. They got 46. I was saying 50. Terrell King and Peterson again.
Mansfield, second down and about 8 from the 22-yard line. Three wide receivers, strips to the top of the formation, one to the bottom. He'll turn, fired across, and that's his best looking pass of the night, but it's broken up across the middle, intended for Spencer, broken up by number 3, Dylan Carnan.
Well, Dylan did a good job of reaching around. Instead of putting that back hand on the guy's back to reach around, he just kept that back arm straight, reached around with his left hand and knocked it down. That's how you teach it.
7:35 to go. Clock is stopped, and so we won't see Powell. I believe, though, we will see Joseph Baker back in there. As now they'll bail out. Everyone dropping. Mathers throw the screen. Caught behind the line and ripped down to the ground. Here's the ball carrier, Edwards, I believe. Yes, it is Edwards. And Panthers did a good job sniffing that one out that time. They dropped everything. They're going to come with the pressure. And once again, it was Terrell Morgan with the tackle.
Well, there was only one man over there, but two between the two of them, and he made a heads-up play. If they make a halfway decent block, he's going to pick up a first down.
4th and 9 from about the 21. Out to punt is Bridger Jones, sending back at about his 7. Up in the air, quick kick taken by Green at the 50 on the run, comes along the near side of the 40, stutters at the 35, fights his way to the 31, and he's down and out of bounds there, but I believe it will be coming back. A block in the back here right in front of us, right around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was 9. It's Pierman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got the block in the back.
So with 6:40 to go here in quarter number 3. Panthers hold defensively. They'll still have decent field position as this one will back up. And now score update for you. Central over Eufaula 27-0.
Auburn's still up 16-7 at the end of 3 and just got an interception, and they're down on the 34-yard line. So Opelika must have been driving.
Smith Station first down and 10 at the 48 of the Blue Devils. And late man running out from the far sideline. Just as they were about to snap the ball, a guy came flashing across on the far side. Stone Vance, I believe, a wide receiver, ran onto the field. It suddenly turned into Canadian football here with all the motion going on in the backfield.
But he was running backwards.
He was running sideways, technically, you're right.
Yeah. He better keep running.
Did they have enough on or not, I wonder, though?
They had too many.
Okay.
If you
with him on then, yeah.
Yeah.
So even in Canada, that's illegal. Here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off up the middle to the 50 and down to about the original line of scrimmage. So they'll get back the 5 there on the carry.
You know, it's hard to find something illegal in Canada, isn't it?
They're just nice people.
Eh?
You're close.
Give us one, Bill. How you do it up that way? Come on.
2nd down and 10 from the 48. They'll hand it off. New back in the backfield, dancing outside, cuts it out at the 40. 35, 30. Guy has speed, has blockers to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Panthers! And let's call the name to Jamari Harris, a sophomore running back for Smith Station.
Jamari gets in the game. He's going to make the best of his playing time. You know, this Panther team, the more we watch, Bill, the more people we're seeing with a lot of speed. We didn't know could run like they can. They have really been track meeting it up and down.
We will see the old-fashioned extra point attempt. This kick is down, the kick is up, and the chip is, they'll say, no good again.
Bill, I'm evidently, when I look at that goalpost, I'm looking cross-eyed because all those.
That's the second one too. I thought that one looked like it was in on the inside of the right post.
Yeah, I noticed you waited that time to see what the officials said.
I'll go with what they say because obviously my eyes deceive me. But set it down to the sideline there with Chris Tarno. And Chris, what do you think about the sophomore running back that time for the Panthers?
We just kind of, can you hear me?
Yep.
We just kind of put it in his belly and let him hit that hole just like we've been doing. And once he hit the sidelines, he was off the races. I was talking to the ninth grade head coach down here, Jeff Davis, and he was telling me, listen, you get that kid a seam. I guess he watched him play last year. It's his sophomore this year, so I think he played for Jeff. And Jeff was telling me that, you give that kid a seam, he can flat out run. You're not going to catch him once he hits the sidelines. Look, we've had I told you the game plan in the second half, and Coach Glisson talked about it. We're going to try to own the line of scrimmage. We've got a significant lead now, and have kind of controlled the line of scrimmage. So, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, I think you'll see a lot of the same, and a lot of kids getting some experience. I think this is a great opportunity for some of our younger kids to get some experience, because you never know when somebody's going to step up in the game. I will tell you this, Walter, and you mentioned this earlier, but, they had that screen. I almost don't want to say that on the radio, but you were right. They threw that little screen pass in the middle, but I did want to add this, too, that they had two receivers over here by me that were wide open, but I just don't think the quarterback's got enough time, enough confidence right now to throw the ball down the field. So we're backing out of our 3-4 defense and literally just waiting on them to throw a screen pass on third down, and then whenever they get it, we're just running to the football, because there's nothing downfield that they're throwing against us. They're not even trying to complete anything down the field, and as long as they do that, it's going to be very easy for our defense to read it and be able to make the play, for short gains or anything else. So I did want to just mention that. They're just not able to get the ball down the field on us right now.
All right, appreciate it, Chris. Yeah, that last series you saw, really the longest throw of the night for Mansfield was about 10 yards across the middle, and that's the first time we've seen him throw something other than that flat route. As this kickoff brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Lots of smiles on the home side for Smith Station, leading 36-0. Here's the kick from left to right. Upman takes it off his shin, bouncing all the way upfield about 10-15 yards to the 27-yard line. Who ends up on it, and it looks like there's a white jersey underneath that ended up on it, and it is number 12, Jackson Beelan.
Oh, now he's hurt.
No, that was the second man there. And I think that was the man who initially had it in Spencer. And I think Spencer is the man down, maybe. We'll have to check and see.
Well, with the number of kids they're playing, they got to be getting a little worn out, a little tired. I think Smith is just doing a good job of. You're going to see a lot more players in the game here. I'm not sure if that's our first group. Yeah, that's our first group still out there, but you want to let them play too. They need the reps. I think in the fourth quarter maybe you'll see a change.
Of course, don't forget, for a recap of all of this week's high school football action, tune in to the AHSA Scoreboard Show live from 10 to midnight on the Tiger 95.9 with scores on the fours and more.
A lot of good games going on, Bill. A lot of
early games before the region really gets underway.
And I heard just some rumblings that when their new regions come out, new classifications, that Opelika's right on the cusp of maybe being in 7A this year. That would be tough, being the smallest school in that region, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be a tough. As they're actually taking, and that is Spencer, they're actually helping him off. He's closer to that far sideline. Limp off with the trainers, not a lot of. And Smith Station actually taking a look at him as they have that left shoe off, and it looks like they're looking at that ankle or foot for Spencer. So hopefully Spencer okay, junior from the Blue Devils, as he's being attended to right now underneath the tent. So Mansfield and company come out, first down and 10, they have it. Ball at the 26-yard line on the far hash. 4 wide receivers set, 1 to the right, trips to the left. 1 running back in the backfield, just off the right hip of Mansfield. They will go play action, sling it out far side, in the hands and incomplete. Katie was there and let it slip right between the fingertips that time, as that's the first look he's seen all night. They also had Brooklyn running back in the backfield for the first time tonight as well, replacing Edwards.
Well, that was a bullet there, and he had to throw it like that as the Panther D-back was closing in, and like you said, Bill, just bounced off his hands.
I'd almost like to see him go, okay, let's try that slant if you're the Blue Devils, you know. He's obviously got the arm that can do it. Like Chris said earlier, it's the confidence as he'll escape, rolling, fires to the far sideline and incomplete. Broken up on the play intended for number 24, Brooklyn Davis. 45 in on the stop, Robert Sanborn.
Well, it hit Sanborn in the hands. That's when you can tell you're a linebacker and not a wide receiver right there, as it bounced off his chest.
So here is 3rd down and 10 from the 26. Same formation. 1 right, 3 left. He'll turn, fire it near side on the bubble screen. Ball's tipped. Is it intercepted at the 21? It was tipped. His back was down. But an interception for Smith Station. Mom, look what I found, says Neil Davis.
Yeah, that's pretty good when you can lay around on the field and the ball just dropped down in your lap.
He was skying through trying to come off a block on that little screen they set up to the trip side of the field. Ends up on his back and with the football at the end of it.
I see it looks like there's some new fresh white jerseys out there too for Columbus now.
Brooks in the backfield now with Greer. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 24-yard line. They'll hand it out to Brooks, cuts it near side, has some room at the 20, has a block 15. To the 10, to the 5, spinning, diving! Touchdown, Panthers! 24-yard run by number 20, Quentin Brooks.
Quentin just kind of weaved his way in and out and finally got hit down around the 3 and pushed his way in the end zone. Not a whole lot of resistance that time on this near side.
And you can see with some of those newer white jerseys out there, they're not finding the edge. They're getting beat on the edge right there. And as the extra point, here's the kick. It is up. And they say this one's good.
Got one.
There you go.
Not talking about the kicker, talking about me and you.
Yeah. Oh, see, no eye check needed tomorrow. 43-0. Panthers with the lead. Let's take 30 seconds back at the station. You're listening to Panther Football on FM Talk 93.9. And I guess we'll keep it right here. 5:04 to go. 43-0. Panthers with the lead. This kickoff brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
You can't smile much bigger if you're a Panther tonight, can you? Everything's going right with 5:04 still in the 3rd quarter. Got some football tomorrow, Bill. Up your way, Nebraska and Illinois, is it?
Illinois, yeah. From the 40, here's the kick. High in the air to that far side, taken at the 12-yard line. Brought up to the and down around the 23-yard line. That time, Edwards on the carry. As he comes up, and you can just tell how sloppy everything is on that far side, like Chris was saying earlier.
Yeah.
They're coming up soggy. On
25 over on the far side, Bill. It's like a little mud pit. You might be the La Brea tar pits over there, the way it's getting soggy.
Mansfield.
Brooks was impressed, I knew, at the La Brea tar pits.
I was going to say, what was that like back in the day?
Yeah, we'd go down there and hang out, watch the dinosaurs sing. Have a big day.
Mansfield out of the shotgun, hands it off on 1st down. Big burst past the 35 to the 36-yard line by Brooklyn Davis as he's tackled by number 33. Guess who? Peterson.
That rascal's going to be tired tonight. I thought maybe we'd see some more new faces by now, but we haven't.
43-0. Panthers with the lead. 2nd down and 2 upcoming. Still in the third quarter here. Mansfield with Davis on his right hip. Let the play clock go down to 5. They'll fake the handoff, put it in, pull it out, and then upended on the far side and incomplete. Edwards was playing wide receiver that time, and I believe it was Marquise Collins with the hit. That time they wrote it in on the running back and then let it go. Not a bad play, but Smith Station right now, they're up on everything right now. They're not giving any space.
Oh, they don't have any.
There's nobody back deep.
No, they're not respecting any kind of deep ball right now. Look, Bill, within 5 yards is 9 men, about to be 10.
Yeah, they're playing man coverage right now and pretty much sending the house. You got 4 linebackers across the way, right in front of that line, and now a 3-4 formation, and now a flag comes out as the play clock wound down to 0, and this will go from 3rd and about 2 to 3rd and about 7. And actually, nope, check that. They're going to say there was a timeout called.
He barely got the timeout in time.
So they'll say a timeout called by the Blue Devils. Let's try for another 30-second timeout back at the station. 30 seconds, please. You're listening to Smith Station Football on FM Talk 93.9.
This is Coley Tran of Jeff Coat Tran Funeral Home and Crematory. My dad Bill and I are pleased to be part of the Auburn, Opelika, Lee County area. We shop here, worship here, and cheer on the home teams. It's a true honor to serve you and your family. Compassionate, caring, and professional service. That's the cornerstone of earning your trust. Let our longtime hometown staff help you when you need us. With Jeff Coat Tran Funeral Home and Crematory.
Family serving yours. Rely on Jeff Coat Tran.
Follow us on Twitter at _FM Talk_.
Welcome back out. It was 4th and 2. Mansfield went back, fired a ball along the near side, well incomplete and shy of the receiver Edwards on the play. And Edwards was claiming he was held on the play as he came across the middle of the field.
Yeah, but he was open, Bill. If one could have gotten some air under the ball, he was behind the defensive back by a good 5 yards.
Here's Jones out for another punt here tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we heard Jones's name, although now he drops one. He'll try to kick it off. It's blocked. Straight up into the air. Caught, dropped, and fallen out. Still loose on the ground. Looked like the Blue Devils actually recovered on the bottom of the pile. That one just bobbled that time by the punter, and recovering it was number 16, Cameron Rutherford, a sophomore DN.
Well, what they're saying is they blocked it, but it never transferred. They never got possession of it.
Yeah.
Had they gotten possession and fumbled, then it would be first down Blue Devils ball. But because of the fact that it got knocked around but never possessed, it didn't swap over.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a rule a lot of people maybe know or understand, because you see some.
Well, you know me, I'm a rules guy.
You are.
I'm a rules guy. Yeah. Don't believe in following them, but I know.
You lay down the law figuratively, yes, and as they'll hand it off straight up the gut, big burst that time, and now you're starting to see some guys looking for the pay dirt again. Brown already has 1 touchdown tonight, but big burst, and you like to see that here in the third quarter. We're late in the third quarter. The running backs are getting a good first step.
And they're getting such good push up front because those big guys from Columbus are just wore out.
They'll hand it off to Brooks again. Sidesteps 1, caught by the 2nd, just past the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and about 5. This will bring up 3rd and maybe 3 on the plays. He's able to get just a couple. That time the tackle by McGowan.
2:50 left right here, Bill. I still got to believe after this drive you give some of your starters a break in the 4th. Mainly you don't want to get anybody hurt.
Yeah. Greer, Brown gets the handoff, goes right side, tried to go off tackle, still going along the hash, falls at the 10 forward to maybe the 9, and that should be enough for a first down. Needed 2, I believe, for the Panthers from the 9-yard line.
Yeah, not a lot of switching now on that defense for Columbus. They just trying to hold on.
Well, and then getting up to the line quickly, they're not really allowing them right now, are the Panthers, as they'll hand it off again. Turn, step right, cut back left, and pushing forward down to about the 2. You like to see the shiftiness inside there, too.
Yeah.
Still got the step. He's still rotating the shoulders inside for Jermaine Brown.
Well, we said that earlier on a touchdown, Bill, the way he bounced to the outside down at the end zone on the other end of the field.
They'll get it on 2nd and goal. Handoff. This time, he says, forget the shifting. I'm going right up the gut into the end zone for the Panther touchdown. $1:35 to go. Another one tacked on by Smith Station. Brown, his 2nd of the night. This one from 2 yards out with 1:35 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And not long from now, Bill, we can start talking about region ball, which starts next week. That's when they really count.
Renfro with the point after. This kick is up, and this kick is good. And it is now 50-0 in favor of the Panthers. And with that, let's get down to our man on the sideline, Chris Tarno. Chris, you're getting your wish right now. Panthers continue to drive, continue to hold the football, and continue to look good, even with the young guys in there.
Yeah, they are. They're looking good and just, like I said, doing the same things. Great to see some of these younger guys getting some reps and still working hard. I mean, the good thing is, they got a minute 35 in the 3rd quarter, and we're still the line and everything else. So, I mean, I can't keep up with all the players and out, but at the same time, the people COVID down in numbers, we're gonna run out of folks to push in and out. Oh, we just kicked out of bounds, boys.
Appreciate it, Chris. This one goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Of course, that kickoff brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile as out of bounds it goes. 50-0. Panthers with the lead here. And are they going to make a re-kick, or are they taking from the spot?
Let's talk a little bit, Bill, what our Panthers have got coming up. I think next week, Central at Central, and then they go 2 contests, especially when you start playing region ball and you're playing for positioning or a playoff spot. Beating Central's hard enough, but turn around and playing a hot Prattville team right after them on the road is a tall task for Coach Glisson.
And you got 3 teams right there: Central, you got Auburn, and you got Prattville. 3 teams that could go deep in the playoffs.
And this year they're talking about Enterprise.
And then don't forget about Enterprise. I was going to say that down there. So it's going to be a tough road for whatever team can break through as this kickoff. One-step pooch kick to the far sideline. Taken at the 30. Confusion there. They'll fall on it down at the 34-yard line. That time you had 2 people there. You had Carson Baldwin and Brooklyn Davis with a little miscommunication, but ending up with the football are the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that time the up back was going to catch the ball on the bounce, and the deep back came running and leaped up right in front of him and knocked the ball down.
So, Mansfield, quarterback, Davis, the running back to his left this time. Ball on the far hash, 4 wide receivers set. Play action, they'll turn near side. Mansfield lets one go for the first time tonight. Turns, and incomplete at the 40. He had to turn around at Spencer, but not a bad ball there that time by Mansfield.
No, he should have caught that. He had to turn with his back to the end zone, to the other end zone, but it hit him, went right through his hands. He should have caught that ball.
2nd down and 10 upcoming for the Blue Devils. But I mean, you got to like what you see if he's got time there from Mansfield. We said not the starter. Starter J.P. Powell knocked out early. They really haven't shown anything down the field as they'll hand it off to Davis. Davis is picked up and thrown backwards after maybe a gain of 1 to the 34-yard line. This will bring up 3rd and long here for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and Smith get the ball back again in the 3rd quarter. Problem for Columbus is that if Smith starts playing their 2nd and 3rd teamers, they still got to go with the guys that's been out there all night because they don't have enough guys to do that.
Here's 3rd and long, 3rd and about 9 from the 34-yard line. Mansfield, play action, fires far side to the solo receiver on that right side, and it's dropped in and out of the hands of number 4, John Cady. And Cady immediately takes off the gloves.
Yeah, it's the gloves' fault. When you're in doubt, blame your gloves. That was always my motto. When I got a holding penalty.
I did that after kicks, yeah. I would always say if I missed a kick, I would throw down the gloves.
Yeah, look down at your shoes like your laces were off or something.
Although on a night like tonight, and we talked about the sogginess, you wonder, do you go bare hands, do you go gloves right there? And Cady.
Well, those gloves, now, they're so sticky. They got to help in the rain, I would think.
High snap brought down, turn, quick kick. As Wimberly comes up on the fly at the 50, turns and trucks a man at the 40-yard line on that far side.
I'd like to see the
Wimberly upended, I believe it was Jacob Vineyard on that far side as he caught that in a dead sprint.
I'd like to see that punter, though, Bill, be able to punt when he wasn't just trying to short leg it to get it out from trouble. He's been under pressure all night. He seems like he's got a really good leg if he had any time.
I said we were watching him during warm-ups kick. He's good from 55.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of field goals, is now a timeout called by the Blue Devils with 23 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And they weren't aligned right. And as you said, a lot more of those bright white jerseys are out there right now.
And it's still, I think it's a new defense for us also. I wonder if Chris can tell us if we started putting in some irregulars.
What you got for us, Chris?
You guys there?
There, we got you.
Yeah, we have. We've started putting in a few folks here and there. I think you'll see some numbers. I'm having to pull out my blue sheet, Bill, to see some of these guys in. And I can't tell if they're all playing their actual position or if we're just kind of moving them around. But yeah, you should see some different numbers. I see 16 out there, 73. We got some different folks going in for sure on offense. And I want to say that 16 is the quarterback.
Yeah, you're right.
Looks like, they do have a new quarterback in. Appreciate it, Chris. They'll hand it off on 1st down. Decent run on 1st down. Yeah, new quarterback in there is number 16, Anthony Herring, a sophomore quarterback for the Panthers.
That'll end the 3rd quarter there, Bill.
And the run that time, we'll have to see when we come back. I believe that was Caleb Maddox, a senior running back for the Panthers. As we get to call some new names here, heading to the 4th and final quarter of play. 50-0. Panthers with the lead over the Blue Devils. Let's take 60 seconds back at the station. You're listening to Panther Football on FM Talk 93.9.
The
Mike Gallagher Show.
He's your happy conservative warrior.
I've never heard of Havana syndrome, have you? At least 130 cases across the government are now under investigation. People have reported headaches, dizziness, and symptoms consistent with concussion. Well, I would call that Democrat syndrome. That's what I'm experiencing because of the mess we're in.
Breaking news and what to make of it.
Don't miss the next Mike Gallagher Show.
The Mike Gallagher Show, weekdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on FM Talk 93.9.
Honey Baked Ham doesn't just sell hams. Honey Baked Ham in Opelika offers the best spiral sliced honey glazed ham sandwiches in town. In the mood for turkey? Try the Turkey Classic or the Turkey Bacon Ranch. Can't decide? Have both on the Tavern Club. Whatever you fancy, sandwich, soup, or salad, make Honey Baked Ham your go-to lunch spot. Break away and experience lunch at Honey Baked Ham on Gateway Drive in Opelika today. For a quick pickup, call ahead at 741-8411.
He's got a ball out in his hand.
8411. Honey Baked Ham, celebrating live
referees have a ball in his hand.
745 cold. Why do you need that number? With the weather heating up, it's time to think about having your air conditioner serviced. Spring cleanings and checkups prevent most major system malfunctions. For 46 years, May Refrigeration has been serving the air conditioning needs of the folks here in the Auburn-Opelika area. With servicemen who average over 20 years of experience, you know your unit will be fixed properly the first time. Call 745 cold. That's 745-2653. May Refrigeration and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
And welcome back. Bill Bailey, Walter Northcutt with you live at TC Britton Field at Panthers Stadium. Fourth and final quarter. Here we go. Panthers up 50-0. First down and 10, or excuse me, second down and 8 from the 36 as they'll hand it off. And down to about the 30-yard line goes the new running back this time, Caleb Maddox. Maddox in on that last one.
I thought we had a revolt going on the side judge over here.
He came out holding the football.
Yeah, and he was marking it at the 42 and all the other. I'm like, what's going on with you?
There's 3rd and 1. They'll hand it off again. First down, 30, 25, and stumbling down to about the 23-yard line goes Maddox once again.
I'm going to tell you, Bill, that young man running with some authority in there.
Anthony Herring, as we mentioned, the new quarterback. Also have Derek Phillips in there, a sophomore wideout.
Is that a 2 or 3? That H-back right there.
Carl sophomore.
He's a big kid.
Maddox again straight up the gut, turns and gets to the 19-yard line. Also in there, Jalen Bibbs, another sophomore wideout. So they got 3 sophomore wideouts in there right now.
Yeah, I was looking at Emmanuel Adams, Bill, number 3, a tight end fullback, a junior. That rascal's, he cornbread fed him.
62 is your center, A.J. Braswell. So the line's still in there a little bit as they'll hand it off again. Grab from the side and throw it backwards. Flag is out, though.
Well, if he might face mask, but he had him by the jersey, not the face mask.
That time, Herring, tried to get away, but was pulled back in.
It's going to be a holding penalty.
Yeah, it's this one. We'll come back. They will turn and dropped for no gain on the quarterback keeper by Anthony Herring.
For all those folks that are joining us after Auburn High's 16-14 victory over Opelika and another thriller.
.21 to go. Turn, deep pitch. Maddox turns, has a head of steam, takes off, hit hard sideways. And that's something the sophomore will learn how to do, and that's get down when someone's coming at you.
But not only
he was
that,
hit hard and kind of shook like lineman was down, and now he's up. Looks to be okay. 61, Clayton McMillan, a sophomore lineman, was on the ground.
Well, not only that, Bill, they'll also show him on the film. He had a lot of green real estate to his right had he made a cut, and that just comes with playing experience there. We're going to try, is that a field goal from here? Yep.
And a timeout from Columbus.
No, that was from Smith.
That was from Smith, wow.
Well, we had so many people running on and off the field. 50. Yeah. I guess your field goal kicker needs to practice too.
Of course, the largest margin of victory for Smith Station came back in 1980. They won by 69 points in a contest. The most points by both teams in a game was at 80 in 1992. I was trying to see the last time they had actually scored 50 or more.
How about shutout?
It's been a while. Oh, shutout's another one too.
You know me, Bill. I'm stat man.
There you go.
I was trying to get Brooks to change his middle name to Robinson, but he wouldn't. He had anything to do with it.
Brooks Robinson.
Who wouldn't want to be named Brooks Robinson, baby? That's just,
I don't know what you'd be destined for with the name
greatness.
Like that. Yeah.
Greatness. I'll tell you right now.
Well,
the only one could be better is 1970 MVP.
That might be
Boo Powell.
That might be the only thing that saves their softball season here at Tiger Communications. Handoff on 4th and long. They will not go. The ball comes out and it's recovered by Columbus. So the Blue Devils get the turnover on 4th down and long. It looked like Panthers were going to be about 2 or 3 yards short anyway.
Yeah, Coach Glisson is a disciple of Coach Dye, and I just couldn't see him kicking a field goal up by 50.
No. Keep it on the ground and keep the clock moving at this point, I think. As Davis is in there with Mansfield again, we'll see if they go to the air, if they keep it on the ground here.
They must not have enough players. Yep.
Yeah, they're waiting on somebody there. Play clock never got going, so they got plenty of time. They'll roll it in now, and this play clock finally starts. They put out Spencer out in the slot on that far side. This 4 wide receiver set. They'll throw it to the slot man here on the near side. Turn caught, 15 to the 20, down to the 22-yard line. And that one is caught by number 15, Jake Copeland, junior wideout. And it'll bring up 2nd down and about 2 after a gain of 8. $7:11 to go. Handoff again behind the right guard. Hit once, twice, and bouncing down was Davis. He got up trying to keep going. And that'll be a 1st down, though. He got enough, got to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, just working on what they got now. Still got their first offensive line in, Bill, but as we were saying, when they came out, I only see 2 lineman numbers left over here on the sideline, 62 and 70.
Yeah.
So they don't have many linemen to work with.
No, we were looking at remember in the warm-ups, and we looked at all the numbers going, I don't see a lot of lineman numbers there, but Davis trying to sprint out to the far side, has nowhere to go, turns and pinballs a couple of times past the 25 to about the 27-yard line.
Oh, little guy might be working his way into some playoff time. He looks pretty good. Of course, their starter is injured over here, but
short gain brings up 2nd down and about 8.
You know, Central and Smiths, that's a rivalry game right there, baby, next week.
Oh, yeah.
You better be at Central Stadium early.
5:55 to go. Panthers up handily, 50-0 as they'll hand it off here to Davis again. Goes down to a knee at the 30, and this will bring up 3rd down and about 4 or so. Don't forget, coming up, we'll have the Panther Post-Game Show brought to you by the Mission Thrift Store here in Auburn. And for a recap of everything going on tonight and yesterday and possibly a game or 2 tomorrow, HSAA Scoreboard Show from 10 to midnight on the Tiger 95.9. As a heat timeout right now, and we will keep things right here. And after that last turnover by the Panthers, Chris, was there a talking to on the sideline, or was it just kind of status quo as everything goes along? we'll try to get Chris breaking up and down. As you can see, the Smith Station band right now is drowning him out.
Decided to start playing about the time I decided to start talking.
There you go.
No, there really wasn't a talking to. I know. I think he was actually going to try to kick a field goal, but we had 26 people on the field, and I think that's why he called a timeout. To be honest with you, water splashing up over here, people couldn't see, trying to get on and off the field. So, and then he just called a timeout. And I think when they got looking at it, Coach Glisson's not going to run the score up on anybody. He's going to just play, and I think the right play was the offense. It wasn't a good handoff, but I could not tell from where I was, but I thought he was about 2 or 3 yards short anyway.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a matter now of just finishing out the game and running the clock and getting out of here with nobody getting injured.
There you go. Appreciate it, Chris. So 3rd down and about 4.5, and they'll hand it off to Davis in the backfield. Mansfield slipped as well, and a big loss back to the 25-yard line. Not sure if he turned his ankle or got stepped on maybe that time, Mansfield.
Yeah, this is one of those where you want to go ahead and have the bus warmed up because everybody's going to be ready to get on it and go home, start over again on Monday. Of course, a unique situation. They're back to virtual school at Smith's, and I guess the players come in after hours for practice.
Yeah.
Or I guess they could practice in the morning.
I think they actually practiced a little bit earlier.
Oh, okay.
As a late man coming on now here for Columbus for 4th down and 8. Low snap picked up by the punter. Turn, a sidewinder. They're going to let this one go as a short kick. And the Blue Devils will down it at the 43-yard line. And Mansfield, the man doing the job there. Of course, don't forget, exclusive radio coverage of the Smith Station Athletics Contest has been granted to Tiger Communications by Smith Station High School. Any rebroadcast or retransmission, whether partial or in its entirety for commercial or personal use without the express written consent of Tiger Communications and Smith Station High School is strictly prohibited.
I like the way you put a little emphasis on that prohibited, Bill. That's pretty good. Get your point across.
I watch a lot of Law and Order.
Isn't that how it goes? Ba-bing.
I figured you'd have that sound effect on your phone, and every time you make a point in court, you just kind of play that sound effect.
When I ask that last question,
Yep.
walk away from the jury and
dun dun. That'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
Timeout on the field. Of course, yeah, don't forget also the High School Coaches Show is live every Wednesday night at Wild Wing Cafe in Tigertown from 6 to 8 p.m.-ish on Tiger 95.9. And you can check out, obviously, this game right now on Beam TV. Check out the folks at Beam TV on YouTube, as you'll be able to get a rebroadcast of this. And I believe they're going to be covering us and the High School Coaches Show live from the Wild Wing Cafe now as well. So you'll be able to get to the rebroadcast of that a little bit later in the evening on Beam TV and later on YouTube. And Walter, you're going to have to get yourself a makeup artist, I think. It's your time to shine.
Well, I wouldn't need a makeup artist if I could shine. That's what you see there. You didn't think I knew that, did you?
Panthers will hand it off on 1st and 10 and back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe half a yard on the gain that time for number 30, Caleb Maddox. New quarterback out there for the Panthers. It'll be number 2. Brett Hamilton, a senior quarterback, now in. And 2nd down, another run behind the right guard will go for Knott, and 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Well, it's starting to look a little bit more like a rugby scrum now.
Yeah.
Those young guys standing up pushing, and those poor guys from Columbus are just wore out. They're just holding on, hoping somebody makes the tackle.
Under 3 minutes to go now. Panthers up 50-0 over the Blue Devils from Columbus. That ball snapped, hits the helmet of the quarterback, lost it. Might have dinged off the head of the running back as well.
They're saying 4th down. He tried to pick it up instead of fall on the quarterback, holding up a fist, so it should be 4th down. I saw where Central of Tuscaloosa, Bill, and Northridge, their game got postponed tonight because of a obscene and vulgar video put up by one of the players against the other team.
That's never good.
That's terrible.
2:07 to go, and the Panthers will have to punt this one away from their 40-yard line. 4th down and about 13 upcoming as we tick under 2 minutes now. And they'll even try a new punter here. Trying to see if this is Maddox. There's the lob. Actually, that's Wimberly. Wimberly with a nice knuckler. Hits down, takes a Panther roll past the 20, down to the 10, and inside the 10 at the 9.
Look at Wimberly running off like, hey, every day. I do it every day, baby. You gotta love that.
That's a 51-yard punt right there for Wimberly. He says, add that to my highlight reel.
I'm gonna bet his average is leading the state now.
I can return and I can punt it away. 1:15 to go here, and the clock actually continuing to tick right now. So it looks like they're just letting it run here as linemen trying to scurry on here for the Blue Devils.
Yep. Guys that size don't scurry, Bill. They lumber.
Mansfield turns, he'll hand it off to a new running back, trying to take it off to the far side, cuts back towards the middle, and grabbed around the throat and down at about the 15-yard line. That time they insert 34, David Livingston, a freshman, at 5'7" and $170.
The head official looked at the clock. He said, oh no, there's a 2-second difference between the 5 between the play clock and the game clock.
One more play, you would imagine. High snap brought down. They'll give it to Livingston again. Hits a man hard at about the 19. Falls close to the 20, and that'll be a 1st down, and that probably will do it here. Snap it or not.
No, it's 1st down, but they're not even going to stop the clock.
8 seconds, and that's going to do it. So the Panthers, for the first time since 2009, put up 50 or more points. The last time they did it was September 25th in a 55-6 victory in 2009 over Kendrick, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
So the second time since 2009, and it's to another Georgia team, and the Panthers victorious here 50-0. We're going to take a quick time out while Coach talks to his team. We'll have Chris Tarnow and the coach after this quick time out. Back at the station. Actually, let's see if where Coach goes. I think he is going to talk to the team first, it looks like, before he brings it back to us. Yep, so let's take it back to the station, seconds, and then we'll come back out here with the Panther Postgame Show, brought to you by the Mission Thrift Store in Auburn. 50-0 Panthers over the Blue Devils. You're listening to Panther Football on FM Talk 93.9.
The federal government is getting it done for you. If you lost a loved one because of COVID, if it's on the death certificate that it was a COVID-related death, you can get $9,000 per individual death. And if the death certificate doesn't say that now, you can go to your physician and have them alter the death certificate to add in it may have been COVID.
With all the athletes running around, Jeff.
The Glenn Beck Program, weekdays from 10 a.m. till noon on FM Talk 93.9.
The thrill of high school football is back, and your business can be a part of it. Taggart Communications is your ticket to getting your business front and center for all the heart and from the gridiron this fall. Taggart Communications is proud to be your exclusive home for Beauregard football and Smith Station football, as well as the AHSAA Scoreboard Show, the AHSAA Super 7, and our weekly coaches show, the High School Coaches Show. With a variety of sponsorship packages available, we have something to fit your business's advertising needs. Support your local high school football and get in front of audiences today. Call 334-887-9999 or email wendy@thetiger.fm.
This is the Smith Station Postgame Show. Coming up, final stats and analysis, and a check of scores from across high school football. Now, here's the host of the Smith Station Postgame Show, Bill Bailey.
And welcome back out to J.C. Britton Field at Panther Stadium. Panthers victorious tonight, 50-0. We'll have a word with Coach Glisson here in a second. Scoring recap looks like this. In the first quarter at the 3:50 mark, Greer to Peabody on a 31-yard pass got the Panthers on the board, 7-0. They followed up again that combination, this time for just a third pass. 2-point conversion was good to give them a 14-0 lead at the 7:46 mark. Safety occurred as going to a knee was the punter in the end zone at the 5:50 mark. It was 16-0 Panthers in the first half. And at the 3:15 mark in the second quarter, a 3-yard run by Brown, 2-point conversion from Green to Peabody made has stretched out the lead for the Panthers at 24-0. In the third quarter, a 5-yard run by Greer, the PAT 30-0. 48-yard run followed up by Jamari Harris, made it 36-0 after the PAT. A 24-yard run by Brooks made it 43-0, and then finally capped off with a 23-yard run by Brown to put us at 50-0. The first time, as we said, since 2009 that the Panthers have gone past the 50-point mark or more. And Coach Glisson now 2-3 all-time versus Columbus High School in his coaching career. He comes over towards Chris Tarno, and we'll have a word with Coach Glisson here after their victory over the Blue Devils.
Guys, you got me?
Got you.
There we go, Coach, congratulations on the first win of the season. Muddy, sloppy, wet field. I'm telling you, I thought about taking my shoes off and just seeing if the coaches want to join me by halfway through the first half. But we talked about the first half. I want to talk a little bit about the second half. We got a lot of new faces in. We got some experience. The kids still played hard. I mean, the first 2 drives in the second half, we scored. Bill talked about that on the radio, and then you put a lot of kids in. So the starters went in and were doing their thing, but we were able to drive the ball down the field and still run the offense. So talk about what you came out and told them at halftime, and then some of these kids that got to play tonight.
Well, I told them at halftime, I said, hey, we won the first half. Now we got to win the second half. I said, don't ever be satisfied with what the score is at halftime, because the game's not over. We got to come back and work and get better. And we got to get in game shape now. We got the Red Devils next week, and we got to be in game shape. So we felt like we needed to play our kids at least 3 quarters. Now Columbus High got time in, and they gave a valiant effort. But we ran the ball well. We threw the ball well. We did a lot of things good. I don't like the turnovers. I don't like the ball on the ground. I told you that in the first half, and that's something we got to fix. But overall, I'm just so happy. When we left the locker room today, I told them, I said, let's go play for your 26 brothers that aren't here with us today, and they'd love to be here with us. And so they did, and they played with passion, and they played the game like you're supposed to play it. We got better. We got better from last week to this week, and we just got to keep the improvement. I'm so glad. I think we got every kid on the team in the game. Now, we only had 65 with us today, so it worked. If we'd had 96 like normally, it'd been harder, but, we got them all in, got them some playing time. Mamas and daddies got to see them on the field, and that's big. Those kids work hard, too. Right. And we did some good things. We had, I want to say, 3 different running backs score.
Correct.
And that's big. And the running back who's in there last had some really good runs, so just we've gotten better from last Friday to this Friday. Now we got to keep getting better, because we get some brothers back this week. We get some people back, some of our brothers back, and it's just going to be great to get them back. I think we get a bunch of them back on Monday, and so that'll be good. And we're looking forward to it. And those kids, I called them today, talked to them, and they were wishing us the best and wanting to be with us, of course, but it's just what we're dealing with in this day and age, and that's fine. And we got to say it now. It is what it is. We ain't worry about it.
That's
we're gonna keep going forward, and the good Lord sent us a lot of water here to start the game, and but that's football, and I think that's why, to me, football's the greatest game there is, because if it rains, you don't go home.